Hello everybody and welcome back to another day of Gloomhaven. Today we'll be tackling scenario 69, continuing with our party of Plague Herald, Soothsinger, and Quartermaster. Sorry, just stopping the stream on the side screen so that I can see chat, except it paused it like 3 times now. Still keep, what the heck? Oh, Twitch. There. I don't understand. I keep Twitch open on the second monitor so that I can read chat, but here I have to pause the stream, except the stream literally just keeps restarting. I'm sure there's some way I can do this more easily than having to do this every time, but normally it's not so difficult. All right, there we go. Now it actually stayed paused. Perfect. All right, I am going to apologize in advance. This will have to be another short stream today. Actually have a work-related commitment at 7 p.m. tonight, so I have to stop probably by 6:30 at the latest. So I've chosen a scenario that, well, it's neither long nor short. I think it's kind of average length, and hopefully we'll be able to tackle this in the 2.5 hours that we have. Also, sorry if anyone said anything in chat in the last 2 minutes, which is unlikely, but I didn't see anything because my chat was not up yet. All right, let's find the tiles that we need and get into it. Ah, man. Let's hold myself on there. I should have deleted this already. Okay. It's actually quite warm in here. I'm going to have to turn down the heat as well. I'm just missing L3A. All right. Just give me 1 second while I turn down the heat. Good day, Isio. Hope you're well. Okay, let's get started. So we just have a little bit in someone's deck that needs to be fixed. Here we have the curse, and there's still bless we have to find, which I assume should be here. Yep, perfect. Okay. So we do get to do a city and road event today for the first time in a while. A road event, so let's do those. Yeah, this is actually something I want. Perfect. I don't actually remember this one, but sure. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay, that's great. That was really nice, actually. So I didn't actually know that one. So we gain 3 reputation total. We gain 1 reputation from the city event and 2 reputation from the road event, actually. I guess I've done this one maybe, but only probably once before. Actually, so we made it to -5. That's great. I mean, the moves with the road events, we never could have done the shopping anyway. The +1 we got from the city event wouldn't have changed anything. But that's cool. So we're at our -5 discount now, which is quite nice going forward. All right, let's sell this stuff up. It goes like that. This goes like this. And this goes like this. It's not one of my favorite scenarios in the world. This is a guest design scenario, I think. Yeah. But I think it's a fine one. I mean, it's different, but not too different. I don't know. I guess I'm more of kind of just a standard scenario type person. I just think that they're generally more balanced. Balanced issues are always my biggest concern. All right, we've got 6 of the bear traps. We've got 2 logs. We've got 1 pressure plate, 4 stone pillars. Pressure plates down here. Stone pillars are here. Nope. And since there are just some people showing up now, I'll just give the same reminder I did just at the beginning of the stream. Like I said, this will be a short stream today. I'll just be streaming for about 2.5 hours maximum because I have to leave by around 6:30 because of a work commitment. So I am sorry for having done 2 short streams this week. Obviously, it was never my intention, but unfortunately, life comes up sometimes, and do the best that I can. All right. 3 bushes, and that's all the stuff. There are no corridor tiles, although we do have to make, so we got 2 of the stone doors and 1 of the white fog doors. So we need 1 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. Okay. This goes there, lock it. This goes on top. So rotate, copy, put there, and there. Lock both of those. This should be one will be like this right here. Got one diagonal up over here. Okay. All right, perfect. So we are supposed to place. That's interesting, ECO. For a situation like this where you have, so bring the doll to the well at A. So I guess you do place the obstacle, right? Oh, man, oh no, we do have A. Because I know you place this, but the question is, do we place this first then? Because typically you don't set up obstacles beforehand, but I guess when they're objective obstacles, you do, which is interesting. So like this is set up, but then there are going to be 3 tiles like this, which we don't set up, I guess. Hello, Themris, welcome. Okay, anyway, we've got bushes in the first room. One bush down here. One bush here. And one bush here. Also got our logs in the first room. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just interesting because I know that we do know that pressure plates are. The obstacle thing, I guess, is a little bit different because obstacles aren't typically set up, whereas pressure plates are specified as set up, but objectives are also set up. So it's kind of just a little bit of contrast. I would agree with you. I think that that obstacle would also be set up, would typically be how I would do it. Themris, of course, sidesteps all these rules questions that we have here so conveniently. All right, so we do have to place this pressure plate over here. Objective obstacles are set up? Oh, hell no. So you believe, I mean, are you just talking about your rules, or are you talking in general? Because, so to be clear, Themris, this thing is placed here, this A. The question is simply whether you would have the objective under it or not. Mechanically, it's not really going to change anything for your understanding of the scenario beforehand. Either you know, I mean, you know that you have to bring stuff to the well, and you know this is the well. So whether you believe that the well has an obstacle tile underneath it or doesn't have an obstacle tile underneath it, it shouldn't, I mean, it changes either next to nothing or nothing as in terms of your understanding of the scenario. But as far as rules is written, I am actually curious whether that is supposed to be set up beforehand. All right. Place neither the obstacle nor the A. Yes, I know you would have placed neither, but the A is actually supposed to be placed. Okay. So special rules at the beginning of the scenario. Choose one character to hold the doll, signified by placing a treasure tile on that character's mat. So there are no treasure tiles in this scenario. Woof. The doll can be passed to another character, but only if another character performs a loot action within range of the character holding the doll. If the character holding the doll becomes exhausted, place the treasure tile in the hex they occupy. The scenario is complete when the doll is brought to the hex adjacent to well A. Door 1 is locked and opens when any character occupies pressure plate B at the end of their turn. Said they lack this one down here, so we're just gonna have to use this one. I can't believe I deleted that. All right. What's interesting is there is a rules question here as well. So the doll can only be passed to another character if another character performs a loot action within range of the character holding the doll. If the character holding the doll becomes exhausted, place the treasure tile in the hex they occupy. Hello, prototype. So it's unclear whether then we can, if the person, I mean, I don't foresee this mattering, but I'm actually just kind of curious. God, I don't really have time for these curiosities today, but still, yeah, so I'm curious whether we can actually loot the tile just or the treasure tile by moving on it or not. I'm gonna check the FAQ real quick. Themris, I am actually really sorry. I didn't realize that I would be so pressed for time today when I said that I could do it today. And yeah, I have to be done with the scenario by in like in 2 hours and 20 minutes now. So I prefer to do that another time if possible. Or if I'm done in time, I can do it a little bit later today. But all right, scenario 69. You don't have to enter your movement on hex adjacent to the well. You just have to enter a hex adjacent to the well is the only thing in the FAQ for this. So it doesn't actually specify whether we can loot the... Does anyone... I mean, like, that's the FAQ. There's not going to be anything else. That's interesting then. So what do people think? Can we loot the treasure tile if our ally becomes exhausted? Just by moving on to it, or do we need to perform a loot action? No special rule. So it's a normal, I guess. That's what I would guess as well. Again, because it specifies, but it's just kind of weird, right? I guess not necessarily, because you had to have some sort of way to transfer it from one person to the other, so that's a loot action. That kind of makes sense. Whereas I guess, yeah, once it's just dropped, you can just pick it up as normal. So it still makes sense thematically as well, and mechanically. I think it's reasonable. I'm just curious. All right, so who do we want to carry this? Well, we want the person with the most movement to carry this, which is the quartermaster. The quartermaster also having a move 5 jump now. Makes this pretty obvious. All right, so we have to get into here and open this pressure plate, or get onto that pressure plate to open this door. It's when we occupy it, when a character occupies pressure plate B at the end of their turn. Okay, easy enough. So what do we have in the first room? Oh man, this scenario has forest imps. All right, so we've got both types of vermlings. We've got forest imps, stone golems, and living spirits. A number of annoying enemies, huh? Stone golems, living spirits, both types of vermlings, and my least favorite enemy in the game, forest imps. Or you can swift bow and pickpocket it from the ally. That's true. That is true. All right, so we're going to continue on +3 difficulty for now. And soon enough, when we can no longer do +3 difficulty, we will be trying to go to, we'll be doing 4-player setup once we can only get to +2 difficulty anymore. We'll see how that goes. But for now, +3 difficulty will suffice. Okay, so what do we have in this first room? Imps. We have two regular imps, and that's it. Okay, not too many of them, that's fine. Although they can still dump 4 curses into our deck, so, oops. If only we had the card that removed curses from our deck. One of the best cards in the game. All right, and then we have 2 regular shaman. Oof, that's kind of brutal. And we've got 2 regular scouts, 2 elite scouts. All right, that's a nice little medley of enemies. A lot of small enemies, but they're surrounding us, which is actually quite difficult for our party to deal with. They're not really clumped up together. We can't get them to all come at us from one direction. And we also can't very easily have one person tank all the hits, which is generally like 2 things which are important for us. All right, so we get 6 health on these forest imps, 7 health on the shaman, 11 health on the regular scouts, and 15 health on the elite scouts. Okay, well, let's begin by grabbing the cards that we need. Just move this stuff down here. Kind of made a mess here. I think we were looking at all the cards we could enhance, right? So it's 12 cards here already, so we've got to cut 1 card no matter what. We've got to not forget this. So Under the Skin definitely looks good here. Singing Cloud also looks good. Is there anything that doesn't? Yeah, one of these. Again, a lot of small enemies, and we definitely want loot, so I think Gathering Doom is fine. Get rid of this for now. So do we want any of these things? So basically the only question would be Virulent Strain. Virulent Strain is very good against the Living Spirits. Pretty much that, and I guess theoretically Stone Golems. Kind of okay against Forest Imps. Living Spirits have so much health at 7, huh? It's not even that good then. Vile Pestilence is also so-so here. Probably fine. Whatever these is even that good. It's possible we should just cut Vile Pestilence. Actually, no. Well, let's do the rest of our cards. Alright, so for the Soothsayer, pretty much the standard cards as usual. It's not 9. 1, 2, 4. It's 8. 9. Oof. Yeah, definitely regretting taking Commanding Presence. I mean, it was fine. Well, I guess we didn't know that we would enhance this, although we could have kind of figured it out. We took Commanding Presence just because we wanted another top action. And even in a scenario like this, it could actually be a decent top action. I mean, it's good against the Firmlings. I guess that's about it. But yeah, since we're bringing Singing Arrow now after the enhancement, this makes this a lot less good. I would have rather just brought a good sideboard card, which I guess the best example of that would be the Giant Move 6 or whatever. I should have just taken that at 8 just to bring on scenarios where we need a lot of movement, I guess. All right. So over here, Scroll of Lightning for sure. Portable Ballista definitely. Sharpening Kit certainly. Giant Club, yes. Reinforced Steel becoming more of a maybe. A level 5 card, really? there, there. Man, we have so little room for flexibility on the cards from both sideboard card, accidental MTG. Yeah, I think it's just it's just a convenient term for referring to the type of card that you pick, even though um, you don't plan on normally bringing it, but there are some situations in which you will bring it. The best example I always give of this is the Scoundrel card at level 7, Spring the Trap, which is like by definition pretty much a sideboard card. It's good in scenarios that have great traps, and it's good in scenarios that have bosses, and otherwise it's not a very good card. But that's fine. It's still it's a strong sideboard card. It's like a Grafdigger's Cage. Never main decking it, but when it comes in, it feels great. All right. Um, hmm. I think we're fine here. So again, we don't have Scroll of Judgment. Man, this is really brutal. But there's just no cards to cut. I mean, maybe Reinforced Steel. We never get to use this top, but the bottom is still a shield too. For the enemies in this first room, this is less valuable, but this could be good later on because there are Stone Golems. Stone Golems are about it. Stunning Living Spirits isn't that valuable. It's really just good against Stone Golems. What are you talking about? I main deck Grafdigger's Cage in a tournament? Fair enough. I guess you were expecting a lot of that type of stuff then. I mean, a lot of Dredge, or I don't know what format it was, but I mean, generally it's just Dredge, right? I mean, it's a medical, I suppose, so that's fine. But generally speaking, standard. Standard Dredge, huh? Oof. Okay. Maybe this was back then. I don't remember standard back in the day of that. I'm much more of an eternal format player than a standard player. In fact, I basically never play standard. I just draft and play legacy. All right. Yeah, I think this is fine. Not bringing scroll. Man, this feels bad though. There's just nothing we can cut. I mean, we're just so combo centric, and I think the combo still really makes sense against most of the enemies in this scenario. We certainly need portable blist. I mean, maybe the combo isn't that good in general, but it is good against. I mean, it's good against these enemies. It's fine against these, bad against these, and then in falling rooms, it's bad against these two types of enemies. But we can just get rid of it after the beginning. In the beginning, I think it's still worth having. Commander is very fun as well, Themris. Played Arena for like 2 months and remember why I hate Standard. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Commander as well. I think that's fair. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's also an eternal format. Although I prefer, I mean, so Commander normally called EDH or Elder Dragon Highlander, although no one really says Elder Dragon Highlander. I think everyone just says EDH. I'm much more of a CEDH player these days than, I mean, which you could probably guess. So my version of Commander and your version of Commander might be a little bit different. All right. Yeah, no, I think this is fine. Let's reset all this. Max health there. Go to there. And here we're still at 6. Okay, great. Let's grab our battle goals. Take only short rest during the scenario. Kill one or more elite monsters during the scenario. Gotta drop the spike when playing Commander. Too many shenanigans. Just depends. I mean, that is an issue with God, we're getting distracted on a day when we can't. I can't help it. Talking about Commander, it's so much fun. I mean, yeah, you just have to have an appropriate play group, right? As long as everyone in the play group has the same expectations as you do, then it's fine. I can also play casual EDH or Commander um, sometimes, and it's fine as well. But if I have the choice, I'd definitely play CEDH. I think it's still really exciting. It's, yeah, magic the way Garfield intended, you know? All right, take only short rests during the scenario. Kill one or more elite monsters during the scenario. It's unlikely we take only short rests. Even on this scenario, I think we'll try to kill one or more elites. That's certainly possible. I guess, yeah, there are 2 elites in the first room. And they're Vermlings, so they're pretty easy. Professional. Oh yeah, every single time we move, we use an item, so pretty easy. Well, not every single time we move. Basically, so we have to use our items 11 total times, but every time we do a move 3 instead of a move 2, we use the comfortable shoes. So that's also anytime we do a song, we can just move in place. I mean, this is so easy for us to get there. Reveal a room by opening a door on your turn or be the first to kill a monster. Let's reveal a room. We can pretty much guarantee that. either by the pressure plate or just opening this door there. Oh, neat. We did do solo scenarios. Yes, we did do solo scenarios. Correct. We did the solo scenarios for all three of our characters, and we're all. Oh no, sorry. It was actually the character who retired who did the solo scenario. I'm actually hesitant about doing the Plague Herald solo scenario because I've been repeatedly told that it's one of the two worst in the game, and I'm not going to enjoy it. So I don't know. We'll probably still do it just to continue the train of actually doing solo scenarios. How is the item for the Plague Herald solo scenario? Is it worth struggling through the pain? Because, for example, I heard that 2 mini solo scenario is also pretty rough, but that the item is totally worth it, which it was. Whereas this item, I don't really know. All right, let's get into it. The top comment on this card cracked me up. All right, this is the last distraction. Then we're gonna focus on the scenario since we were under such a time crunch here. It's bad, Luigi says. Okay. Kaya the sideboard walker. Nice. That's a very appropriate. Yeah, there you go. That's a very relevant comment. Well played. I'll give you that one. Is okay. Interesting. All right, so I'm basically not motivated to do Cthulhu at all. Better not to spoil. I mean, it's best not to spoil the item. Some people like the surprise of it, and there might be some people in chat who. But I'll take a look at it real quick. Hold on. I can just do this. Yeah, no more distractions, he says. Over quickly, he says. All right, so let's see. Cthulhu is 14. Item 144. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's That's it's not a bad item, right? I understand what you're saying though. If the solo scenario was really difficult and I got that as my reward, I'd be pretty underwhelmed. I would absolutely never buy that item. I suppose if I got it for free, I would probably use it. I'm not even sure if I still would use it over what I would already have in that slot, to be honest. If I wouldn't rather just have the gold for selling it. So yeah, that super meh is I think a pretty good way of describing it. It's a very meh item. It's weird too because all right, so no more distractions. Many times it seems like, for example, for this class here, the Soothsinger, or for 2 mini, that the item, the solo scenario item, is designed to go in an item slot that which is underused by that class, right? So here, the Soothsinger doesn't naturally have weapons it wants to use, although it can use the summon weapon. This is fine, certainly for the Soothsinger, but if you haven't gotten that or whatever, I mean, it's very possible that you don't have a weapon you actually want on this class, so making a solo scenario weapon really made a lot of sense. But the slot that the Cthulhu item goes in is not a slot that that class doesn't have. I mean, there are multiple items that are fine for that class in that slot. So it's kind of weird that that would go there. I think I would have rather seen like a weapon, right? I mean, if there was another good weapon to go alongside the hand of Volatile Bomb, that'd be great. You know, a little one-handed weapon. And honestly, that effect could have easily been a one-handed weapon, especially for that cost. All right. Anyway, let's get going here. So we start in these 5 hexes. Nothing else to read for now. We have no special rules that affect us going in. All right. So we have all these things to shuffle. How do we want to position ourselves here? Doesn't matter so much. Basically, the entire room is hitting us no matter what. Ideally, we want the Soothsinger not to take hits because the Soothsinger buffs allies. So I think we should be able to do Echoing Aria plus Defensive Ditty first round. Seems pretty good. Because we do want to set up Defensive Ditty to begin with. The problem is this one will hit us, but if just one enemy hits us, that's okay. And it's not the end of the world. We really want to get the Defensive Ditty up as soon as possible. We don't want to have to play a top CC here. Because these enemies are such small attackers, it's just so valuable to make sure we have that up. So do we wait a turn to use Catastrophic Bomb? How many enemies could we actually hit with a Catastrophic Bomb right now? Not so many, right? I mean, we could hit 4 here. Oof, bad like that. 3, 4. Yeah. So we could never hit more than, we could hit 4 here, we could hit 3 like this. Hitting 4 here is pretty bad though, because 2 of these enemies have high shield. So for right now, Catastrophic Bomb is, I mean, alright, it's fine, but it's a little bit, it could be better. So additionally, this turn, the Soothsinger is not attacking, whereas next turn we can use Nightmare Serenade to benefit more from Sharpening Kit. So yeah, I think as usual, we'll wait 1 turn on that. So if we're gonna wait 1 turn on that, what do we want to actually do this turn? Guess Reinforced Steel looks decent, just to tank up as much as possible. Do we need this much shield? I mean, in the future, we're going to be using other actions anyway, and this also protects the Soothsinger a bit and protects the Plague Herald. So overall, this should kind of make us just be able to shrug off all the attacks the first round. Now, obviously, we're going to tank a bunch of curses, which is really annoying. If they do their 2-target curse or poison, I'm going to be pissed. Imps. But, or the disarm. God, there are just so many things we can be afraid of them flipping, right? Where is the Diviner when we need her? But yeah, in general, I think this is a fine thing to do. So what should we do here? Guess just poisoning a bunch of enemies as usual before. You're gonna love my solo scenario. Is it high variance or low variance? Or oh, they're forest imps because it's in the forest. I'm not doing your solo scenario, Themrist. I'm just kidding. 1, 2, expand, poison, poison, poison. Yeah, okay. Again, getting poison up on a bunch of enemies before doing Catastrophic Bomb is pretty sweet. And we still have another AoE with Singing Cloud to benefit from the Sharpening Kit. So this is kind of our normal combo. And so accordingly, if we are doing the bottom of Reinforced Steel here, we get to do a top ranged attack, which is going to be Bladed Boomerang or Scroll of Lightning. Probably Bladed Boomerang. The sooner we get the wound out, the more valuable it is. We can wound one of the shamans, which will slowly but surely kill it, which is kind of valuable. They can heal. They don't typically heal themselves though. They have a heal all adjacent, and they've got 2 targeted heals. But as long as they're not the most damage, which is very unlikely, then they're not likely to heal themselves. So the wound should kill them. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Ah, whew. All right. So the scout's not attacking is obviously good and bad. It's kind of more bad than good, if we're being perfectly honest. Kind of in order of bad to good. The worst, I guess, with them being doing ranged attacks, because then they wouldn't move up at all. After that, this, and then the best thing for them to do would have been to be move. I mean, well, the best thing would actually have just been their move loot, but otherwise it would have been them moving up and attacking. Moving up and attacking would cause them to clump up more, which will make a better catastrophic bomb. The reason why this sucks is because they weren't really dealing damage to us anyway, right? These things attack for 3, and we're gonna have 4 or 5 shield on everyone, which just means that there's no amount of damage they can actually deal. So them not moving is actually kind of the worst thing they could do, because it's just gonna make our catastrophic bomb less effective next turn, which kind of sucks. But at least the imps didn't do their 2-target stuff, so it's kind of balanced in all things. And they didn't, disarm. So still quite good. All right, we're going to begin by starting off with We're going to start off with Defensive Ditty, activating that. All allies have shield 1. Yeah, we might as well still use the bottom of Echoing Aria. We'll use the bottom of Echoing Aria. Shield 2, affect all allies within range 3. All right, and then we're done. So then it is the Quartermaster's turn. So the Quartermaster is going to begin. Do we even need to use Reinforced Steel? What, the imps attack for 3, the shaman attacks for 5. Yeah, okay. All right, well, we'll attack first. We'll use the top of Bladed Boomerang to do an attack 2, range 3 wound. We'll target shaman number 3. The usual. Again, this is the second time this has happened to us, but it's just, I mean, all right, we could use the compass to move an enemy into, there weren't any traps in this room, right? No. To move an enemy into a better AoE position or something like that, but this is kind of just too greedy. There are 6 damage traps. Those traps do 9 damage in this scenario, so being able to move enemies into traps is really valuable. For this reason, we want to keep the compass. And when we use Catastrophic Bomb next turn, we're going to use the Power Potion, so we're going to want to refresh the Power Potion with flips then. It's just unreasonable to count, again, on getting, it's like a 1 out of 18 or something like that with our refresh, making a single target attack. It sucks now because we don't get to refresh anything, but it's silly to have used the compass first, which gives us such a small amount of value and has such a high risk, counting on getting a refresh here. But like I said, it is a little bit unfortunate, because now we have 1 less refresh for when we do our Catastrophic Bomb. Alright, so we hit number 3, no damage because he has 3 shield, but he is wounded. So we're done here. And then next up are the imps. So the imps do curse when they attack, even if they're not doing multiple curses. Imp number 9 will attack the Plague Herald. Imp number 10 will attack the Soothsinger. So on the Plague Herald first. Alright, so it's easily no damage. The Plague Herald has 5 shield here. I'll give the curses afterwards. And then this is a 3 on the Soothsinger. The Soothsinger actually only has 2 shields. This will be 1 damage because both Echoing Aria and Defensive Ditty only affect allies. So it was only the 2 shield from Reinforced Steel that actually affected the Soothsinger, which means, like I said, we take 1 damage here and a curse. Okay. And we're done. So then it is the Plague Herald's turn. So the Plague Herald's going to begin by using Vile Pestilence. So it's attack 1, range 2, poison all allies and enemies in the targeted area. So we go 1, 2, and we expand like this. And we'll do 1, 3, 6, 9, I guess, in that order. And again, there's no reason to use any items here. Oh, good to get the curse already. That's nice, at least. Because this attack wasn't really doing damage. Yeah, less nice to get the miss. It's kind of annoying. But, I mean, 2 misses and 4 attacks is basically how we flip with when we had 24 cards in our deck. Yeah, that seems about right. All right, like I said, we weren't doing any damage to the elites no matter what, but we did get a +1 hitting here. So this does 2 damage here, putting us down to 13. And we poison all of them. Which is certainly valuable. And then we use the bottom of Accelerated End to do poison, range 5, target 3. Definitely poisoning the 2 Forest Imps because they're more difficult to kill and much more important to kill than the Scouts are. And I guess the Scouts, it's really absolutely the same thing pretty much. So we'll just poison this one, I suppose. Okay, then the Shaman goes. Oh, the Muddle before Catastrophic Bomb. And where's our Drakescale Helm when we need it? Punished so many times for not having that item. All right, so the Scout's going to make an attack. Or sorry, the Shamans are going to make an attack 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, equidistant, and this one is actually closer. So both of them will attack the Quartermaster. And again, both of these are attack 5 muddles. All right, so that's actually a 6, which amazingly does actually get through, although only gets through to our Sword Knowledge Armor. Again, 5 shield, 2 from here, 2 from here, and 1 from here, and then 1 from the Sword Knowledge Armor. Okay, and that one does no damage. Unfortunately, we are muddled for our Catastrophic Bomb, which really sucks. It's really annoying, actually. All right, the Scouts are done. Maybe we'll hold off the Catastrophic Bomb one more turn. We're always going to keep getting the muddle reapplied. Well, not necessarily. We'll see. Both of the Shamans did have range. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right. That's the end of the round. So what do we do now? Disorienting Dirge isn't great yet. We really need them to move up before we use that. So what else do we do? I mean, we've still got the Nightmare Serenade if we do go for the Catastrophic Bomb play. Otherwise, we've got Captivating Performance. What would this allow us to do? Stun these 3. And then we stun like these or something. Options. Could also throw more curses. We don't really want to throw curses here. These enemies hit for so little. We'd rather curse towards the end of this fight rather than the beginning. Provoke Terror bottom doesn't do much. Yeah, I guess even despite the disadvantage, it looks like this is really just the turn we're supposed to go for our AoEs. So as usual, when we go for the AoEs, we need to go after. We didn't get Captivating Performance up though. Diddy is probably actually worth it here, and being able to use the bottom of Captivating Performance. I think that's fine. All right, so we need to go after the Quartermaster, which means we have to go at 44. The Quartermaster gets disarmed. Yeah, this can be a little unfortunate. God, if I forgot we have Crushing Hammer now too, though. We should actually use that last turn. I've actually just forgotten about this if we were planning on bombing this turn. Because actually, if we do use this, then we can negate the muddle that we're guaranteed to get. All right. That seems more reasonable. If we strengthen ourselves this turn, then we can attack safely next turn without being muddled for such a big attack. Plus, we give them more chance to clump up, which is also valuable. So in that case, we're just going to be doing some stunning here and some cursing, I suppose. So that means we're not doing our big AoE this turn either. So we can actually set up Dark, poison one more enemy, and do what else? We're actually lacking non-move bottom actions. I think this class kind of lacks non-move bottom actions as a whole. Yeah. Yeah. Which is one of the things that makes the bottom spread the plague so silly. Yeah, we don't actually have any other significant non-move bottom actions. I mean, yeah, there's this Violent Strain, but spreading some poisons here would do nothing. All attacks targeting you gain disadvantage this round is also kind of silly. I guess we could shield ourselves, but don't really want to do that. We don't want to attack here because next turn we'll have Sharpening Kits. So this attack will just be for 1 more. We could use the bottom of Nightmarish Affliction for Immobilize. So we'd be giving up the Dark on Stinging Cloud. The muddle doesn't matter so much when we do this next turn, but it is an advantage. Also, this does, I mean, it poisons one enemy, and then it gives 2 curses, which is not bad. Could just attack with Fetid Flurry instead. Kind of underwhelming. Immobilize also isn't really very good because we want the enemies to run, I mean the melee enemies to run towards us. Could also just use Under the Skin to attack one of these Forest Imps. We could just try to kill one of the Forest Imps this turn. Maybe that's just safe. Maybe we're being too greedy here. What if we just do this and this to kill a Forest Imp? So this top attack, so Forest Imps have 2 shield. So with the poison on it, this is effectively an attack 6. And then here we have a 3 plus the poison is 4. So 6 and then 4 minus 2 is so 2. So this should be, wait, no, an effective attack 6. Oh yeah, but with them having 8, yeah. No, yeah, so the 2 of these things should kill a Forest Imp. Yeah, I think that's actually the safest thing to do. We're being less greedy this way. Oh no, so we want to go later. The reason we want to go later is because we actually want these things. We can 2 of the things we can stun are scouts, but we want the scouts to move in. So we'd rather them move in first and then stun them for the following round. All right, so here we're going to shield ourselves, strengthen ourselves, and then do what? I guess just our other ranged attack. We can move. Kind of need to save this for the bottom, to be honest. We need to save this for the combo. We could move and do a 2-target giant club. We actually could move up to here and do a 2-target giant club. Yeah, that'll still probably cause enough things to clump up. All right, that's fine. Okay, let's do it. Okay, not doing your least threatening thing. Okay, so first turn is Quartermaster. Quartermaster's going to use the bottom of Crushing Hammer to do a move to shield oneself, which also strengthens. And move to here, abusing our OP enhancement. And then we're going to use the top of Giant Club, which gives us 1 experience, and we're going to activate the Long Spear during your single target melee attack action, turn the attack into the following. So the skewers like this. So we have both Strengthen and Muddle, so our attack is just normal, and it's going to be an attack 6 on both targets because they are both poisoned. All right, so here we go. We'll do closest and then furthest. Okay, +1 and +1. All right, so in both those cases, that's an attack 7. 7 damage here, puts this down to 6. And the regular shamans have 3 shield. So 7 here does 4 damage, putting us down to 3. And we're done. Okay, so then the shaman go. So the shaman move and then heal. So let's see, this one is going to move to here, and this one's going to move to here since they just moved to focus. So here, easily the person missing the enemy missing the most health has got to be the scout here. It's missing 9 health, whereas the shaman is missing 4. So this one's going to heal here, which just removes the poison, and then this one's going to heal here, and their heals were for 3. Yes. So this one heals for 3 up to 9. And this one takes 1 damage from its wound down to 2. Removing my poisons. Show you. All right, so then the imps go and do a whole bunch of nonsense. So muddle. That's the only thing they muddle. And then strengthen and strengthen. And the quartermaster also lost his muddle actually, but still has the strengthen. Okay, so the imps are done. Their silly little turns. So then it is the Plague Herald's turn. So we're going to begin by using Under the Skin. We gain 1 experience, and we're going to attack this one. It's kind of the same. No, over here it's more clumped. So yeah, this one is kind of more out of the way, harder to kill with our AoEs. So yeah, we'll attack number 9. So using the top of Under the Skin first. Okay. Did we forget to give them curses before? No, I don't believe so. We haven't done anything to curse them yet, have we? No. Not yet. Okay, so they get 1 curse. And we drew a +1, so our attack was a 3 by default, +1 from the poison, +1 from our modifier, so 5. We pierced their 2 shield, so simply 5 damage, putting this Forest Imp down to 1. Okay. Then we're going to use the bottom of Spread the Plague simply to attack Force Imp number 9 again. Just try to finish him off. All right, +1, we get an easy kill. One less Forest Imp in the world makes everyone happier. And we're done. So then the scouts go. Ranged attacks. They never want to move, huh? Ooh, multi-target ranged attacks. That's actually pretty annoying. It's kind of the worst thing. In the turn we didn't shield. Yeah, they're playing us pretty hard. Okay, so let's see. Number 6 goes first. The 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So the Plague Herald was earlier in initiative, so it's going to be on the Quartermaster and then the Plague Herald. At -1, so it's 3 disadvantage on the Quartermaster and then 3 regular on the Plague Herald. Oh god. And this is on the person who doesn't need any mitigation because has 2 shield this round. It's always like that, huh? Alright, well that's still not bad. So -1, -1 makes this a 2 attack. And then we have 1 shield from defensive Ditty, so we take 1. It's fine. Alright, and then number 9 will attack Quartermaster and then Plague Herald as well. So no damage to the Quartermaster, right? No, because it becomes a... yeah, no damage. Alright, 1 damage again here. Getting pretty fortunate here. And then these are going to be advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So Plague Herald and then Quartermaster for him. Advantage. Okay, so +1. So this would normally be an attack 2, but +1 makes it a 3. Except then we subtract 1 for defensive Ditty, so 2. Then on the Quartermaster. Okay, so again, normally a 3 plus... No, sorry, normally a 2 +1 is 3. Quartermaster has 2 shield, 1 from Crushing Hammer, 1 from defensive Ditty, and then just gets 1 from Sword Knowledge Armor. Takes none. Okay, and then there's the other scout, number 2, which attacks. Number 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. So Quartermaster and then Plague Herald, again because of initiative on the Plague Herald. So Quartermaster first, advantaged. All right, so +0. Again, so this is a 2. We've got 2 shields, so nothing. Then on the Plague Herald. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, okay. So again, a 2 doubled is a 4, -1 from defensive Ditty, so 3. Oh, Plague Herald is waning a bit there. That hurts. That hurts. All right. So then we're up on the Soothsinger. We gain 1 experience for having a song up. We're going to gain 1 experience for using the bottom of Captivating Performance. So we're going to stun here, and stun here. Stunning just all the most threatening enemies in the room. Because we don't want any of them going next round. And then we use the top of Singing Arrow, and we can shape it in a number of different places. Well, we can either shape it here or shape it here. Either way, we give 3 curses. And I am working on my Soothsinger guide. This is my 3rd time playing this class to retirement, so I feel finally pretty confident to actually create a guide for this class. Okay, and we're done. Okay, so we finally get to do our big turn. Hoping for the best. We're still gonna have a lot of well, not advantaged attacks, but that's okay. Stinging Cloud. Plus who knows what. Yeah, we want to use our attack this turn. Dirge would be really nice here. Really nice, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this would give 5 curses. But most of these shouldn't die. Maybe 1 will die. Yeah, maybe 2 die. But still, just using this opportunity to deal as much damage as possible. And our bottom attack gives curses, and we'll have Dirge next turn. Alright, so we've got to go after. And us, we also have to go after. But with what? Well, self-healing would be welcome. Sadly, we don't have that. Guess we can just... Can't really run to safety either. You can run to a coin. That's as good as safety, right? I mean, we could use Nightmarish Affliction bottom. Feels kind of bad to use that bottom sometimes, but honestly, yeah, mobilize here and here, do something. Not sure if at that speed they do something, but sure, let's give this a try. Worst case scenario, we just play as a default move 2 and get it back. Because we have 11 cards in our hand right now anyway, we want to get a card back. So this works. Alright, let's go. Now they do this. But after, huh? Fortunately, you aren't doing that, and you're not doing that. Okay, so the Quartermaster goes first. We're going to gain 1 experience for using Catastrophic Bomb. So we use the bottom of Sharpening Kit. You and all allies within range 2. Everyone is within range 2, right? Oops, and I forgot to remove this model last turn. Yes. You and all allies within range 2 add +1 to all your attacks this round, and Catastrophic Bomb gives us this enormous attack. We will obviously be using the Major Power Potion on our enormous attack as well. How do we shape it? 2, 3, no. So we can never 3, 4, 3, 2, or 3. No, so it is never possible, right? To hit this one and this one, I think. Yeah, I think that is impossible. To the best of my knowledge, I don't believe there's a way to shape it like that. No. 4 like this, 3 like this, 4 like this, 3 like this. No, it is not possible. All right, so we can always hit 4 enemies here. Otherwise, what? 2, no. If we go for this one, then we can only hit 3 enemies here. If we go to this side, so we can either hit these 4 or these 4, or we could hit this, like these 3. That's definitely not optimal. So no matter what, we want to hit 4 here. So no matter what, we're always hitting these 3. So the question is whether we hit this one or this one. It's a good question. I guess killing this one could be valuable. It doesn't really change anything for anyone else's attacks. But I guess, no, he's not going to be immobilized because he is going to run in. Yeah, I think we'll just hit this one. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing. Sure, we'll go like this. We're going to go left to right then, I suppose. So it'll be 1, 6, 3, 2 in that order. So the first 3 will be disadvantaged, or no, so will be normal because we have strengthened, but disadvantage for being adjacent, and the last one will be advantaged. So 1, 6, 3, normal, and then here, disadvantage. Or advantage, sorry. So 1, jeez, what nice flips. Okay, so we got a -2. So over here we had a 4 plus 1 was a 5, -2 is 3, so no damage, really. Oh, God, that's so brutal. That's the one we cared most about hitting for a reasonable amount of damage, right? Yeah, because we had +1 for the... So it was 4 because 1 from Sharpening Kit, 1 from Catastrophic Bomb, 2 from Major Power Potion, and 1 from the Poison. Gets us to 5, sorry. But -2 is 3, so no damage. And so in here we had a -1, right? Yeah. So, and he's not poisoned, so this would just be 3 damage down to 6. Here at least we had a nice one. Although, God, we always choose the wrong ordering. So here we did like a million damage. We got +3 on what was a 5, so we did 8 to something with 3 shield, 2 health, wound, and stun. Cool. Very effective. God, we are so good at flipping in the right order. And then we have our advantaged one on the regular scout. All right, well, ambiguity gives us what we want here anyway, so that's nice. Like I said, we bring back the Major Power Potion. So +0, so this is just a 5, putting him down to 6. Okay, and then we're done. And the Shaman goes, but are stunned. Well, is stunned because there's only one left. And the Scouts go. Of course he's going to loot this coin now, too. Scout bastards. All right, so this one can go here, here. Closer to its allies, further from more enemies. Makes sense. Either way, it's looting the coin. And this one, 1, 2 to there is the shortest path. So this coin is just, I wish it was going to someone, but it's not. Okay, so then the Plague Herald's up. There's not a lot of advantage of using an immobilize here. Although I guess we can immobilize like this one and this one. Immobilize, oh, oops. That scout is not disabled. My bad. 1, 2, well, this just goes to here. This goes to here. For some reason I thought he was just doing nothing, but he's not doing nothing. He would have gone to here. Immobilizing this one can theoretically do something if we run away quickly next turn, but that's kind of limited. I think we're probably better off just playing a default bottom here to get to attack more of these without having disadvantage. So in that case, we need to move minimum to here. We could use our boots to move to the coin, though. I do like taking the opportunity to pick up a coin. We always want coins. Do we want to use our boots this early, though? Maybe not. We've got nothing but moves on bottom anyway. We can just move back and grab the coin later. So let's use the bottom of Nightmare's Affliction as a default move, too. we're going to use a charge of our minor endurance potion to bring it back when we do this. So move 2 to here. We're moving before attacking so that we're not adjacent to this because we're going to attack like this. And then we're going to use the top of Stinging Cloud. Oh, no, that puts us too far away. Nope. No. So we're not going to, well, we're going to do this move no matter what, basically. So I'll just leave that as is. We want it to go here so we lose disadvantage on this, but then we'll be outside the range of Sharpening Kit, and so we would be getting a better attack here, but a lot less damage. I mean, we'd be losing 4 total damage from our attack just to not have disadvantage on one of the targets. All right, I guess this time we'll do from further away to closer, since last time we did close, well, left to right. Here we'll do right to left. So we'll do like the candy cane hook. So 2, 6, 1, 9 in that order. So these will all be regular, and 9 will be advantaged. Okay, so just what it is, what it is, what it is. All right. So we have +1 attack from Sharpening Kit, is worth mentioning. So this would be a 3 normally, but +1 here from the poison is a 4. So here no poison, so 3, and this one's stunned. And then we hit a +1 here. So this one would be 4, +1 from the poison is a 5. It has 2 shields, so it takes, or 3 shields, so it takes 2 damage, right? Because it was a 2, +1 from poison, +1 from Sharpening Kit, +1 for flip, yep. And then we have the disadvantage adjacent to us. It's possible we should have used our major power potion on this attack. All right, well, +1 disadvantage is quite nice as well. So again, 2, +1 from poison, +1, +1, so 5 total. So just 5. Okay. And then, like I said, we will move like this to try to go get to that coin. All right, Imp goes, but is stunned. And then we're up here. So we gain 1 experience for having a song up. We're going to gain 1 experience for using the bottom of Nightmare Serenade. So we want to hit things that don't die. We also kind of want to hit here. I guess we could just hit these two. That makes the most sense then. We want to hit things that don't die so that we give them curses, because giving them curses is obviously nice, especially since next turn we'll be able to use Dirge and then literally fill out their curse deck. Although, 6. I mean, right now, actually we only need 1 curse, because Dirge right now gives 6 curses, and they have 7 curses to pick to grab, and we'll go pretty quickly next turn, so it's likely we give them curses before they attack. So worrying about hitting 2 targets that don't die with this is actually a little bit of overkill. We only need 1 target that doesn't die. But if we hit here and here, there's actually a decent chance we kill both of them. We don't give any curses. So I think I'd just rather focus more on dealing damage than eliminating enemies. This is not how you should play for a lot of parties. Obviously, it is generally good to eliminate enemies before the attack, but the Soothsinger just breaks games so much that so few enemies actually attack or deal damage when they do attack, that many times it's actually more important just to focus on being efficient with damage, which is what we're going to do here, and being efficient with status effects, I suppose. So we're going to hit 1 and 9 with Nightmare Serenade. So we have Sharpening Kits. This will be attack 2, and then 3 on the one with the poison. We'll do, like I said, 1 and then 9. Again, no reason to power potion or anything like that just now. Okay, +2 in poison, and a curse. Okay. Draw both our curses immediately. It's pretty impressive. So again, this was a 2 on him, +2 in poison. So this is 4. Down to 7 and poison, and we give them 2 curses, since neither of our targets died. And then we're going to use the top of Throw Voice, range 3, going 1, 2, 3, and shaping it like this. So this way, oh, I guess this one's stunned, so never mind, shaping it like this. Which is unfortunate because the most threatening enemy, well, the second most threatening enemy in the room is this Forest Imp, but it doesn't make sense to hit that and nothing else. Much better to disarm 3 enemies. Disarming Shaman is also kind of so-so because they have 3 non-attack actions that are annoying, but still, being sure that they're not going to disarm us the next round is still quite valuable. All right, so we disarm like that, and we're done. Man, we're not going to get to use an Endurance Potion here. I really want to use the bottom Portable Ballista to kill this thing, but the top of Portable Ballista is so good, hitting 3 enemies in a line here, that I don't think I can pass this up. So I'm going to jump over to here and just skewer the heck out of these. I guess I can actually use my Boots of Striding with the bottom as a default to get this back. Maybe I actually will do that to gain an extra turn again. We still have to use something of ours as a default bottom, but that also doesn't seem very likely here, huh? Could use just a default top. Do we have anything next to us to punch? We do not. Using the bottom of Dirge here is way too valuable to pass up. So the question is whether we value more stunning two enemies with Provoke Terror or getting an extra turn. The problem is since we're going to play Dirge, the card which we could get back is Melody and Harmony, but then we're going to have 60 initiative, 2-target stun, which is pretty bad. But maybe that's still okay? Stunning like these two enemies or something? I guess no matter what, we can actually just play this, right? This gives us the option. We can see what we want to do on our turn once we've seen what the enemies have flipped, etc. Seen how many, well, I guess we won't have seen how many enemies will die, because we want to do this before they die anyway, so they give more curses. But basically, if we need to, we can still stun this way, and if we don't need to stun, then we can just play this as default, get it back, and we'll still have that turn next, have our extra turn and the turn next turn. Otherwise, worst case scenario, we lose 1 turn of longevity, which is not the end of the world. All right, so what are we doing as a Plague Herald? Nothing super effective. I guess just hitting someone. Oh no, but we actually need to give curses now. God. Well, that's a bad life. I suppose we're just gonna go stun something then. Just probably go stun the imp over there and play a move. But then we're not getting this coin. But if it's, I mean, stupid disorienting dirge. This card is too powerful. We have to work hard to give curses, and here the Soothsayer is just giving out 6 curses and 2 blesses with a bottom action, non-lost bottom action. That's just not fair. It just demeans anything we can do this turn. We don't need to stun any of these things because they're disarmed. We could try to go after them, but even then, they're just low value enemy. I mean, I guess we try to go after the shaman and stun it. What happens if the shaman doesn't go after? I mean, doesn't go before us? I guess we can almost guarantee to go after the shaman by using this. I don't really want to have to use this to move such a short distance though, because after that we've only got small moves left, so that's definitely not correct. But just try to use this and go after the shaman and stun him. Yeah, I guess that's the most reasonable. It just sucks that what we're supposed to be doing is giving curses with attacks, but we don't need to give curses with the attacks because the Soothsayer is just over the course of 2 turns giving the enemies 8 curses. At some point we're going to well, I mean, basically after this rest cycle we're going to use the top of Disorienting Dirge, but it would be silly not to use the bottom now. All right. Let's do this. No, we do just barely go after the shaman. Nice. All right. So first things first is the Soothsayer. We gain 1 experience. Why am I even counting experience before we're level 9? Just love giving experience. We're going to use the bottom of Disorienting Dirge. Like I said, this is just going to take this whole stack of curses because it does curse, target all enemies within range 3, and literally every enemy in the room is within range 3. And that's a total of 6 enemies, which means 6 curses, although there are only 5 to give. And then we give a bless to each ally. Okay. And then we're going to, what are we going to do here? Do we want to stun? Just not worth it. Imp is doing a heal, but so be it. Everything's poison. He's just going to remove the poison from something. Stunning this, I mean, this one doesn't, as the stun doesn't do anything, so we would literally just be stunning the Vermling Scout. I think, yeah, I would much rather just have an extra turn here. So we'll use the top of Provoke Terror as a default 2. Obviously, we don't get to attack anyone, but that's okay. And then we'll use a charge of our Major Endurance Potion to bring it back, just to get 1 more turn this rest cycle. So we had an odd number of cards in our hand. Oh yeah, and this one's not even gonna go. So it really just be stunning the imp. And again, I really couldn't care less about the imp's heal action. If it'd been like a 2-target curse or 2-target poison, I probably would have stunned it then to prevent it from doing something so vicious, but not from this. Okay, so here, like I said, I would like to get an additional turn as well, I think. So we're gonna actually use our boots plus the bottom of hasten step is default move 2 to get a total of default move 4. We're going 1, 2, 3 to here. And because we use this as a default move, we are going to be able to use a charge of our Major Endurance Potion to get it back. We're going to use the top of Portable Ballista, gaining 1 experience. And this attacks everything in a line like this. All these are poisons, so these all be attack 5s. We'll do 2, 9, and 1 in that order. Make sure I properly shuffle the blesses. All right, so here we go. Plus 1, so 6. 1,000,000. And 6 and a stun. All right, well, let's go first. So here we had 6. Well, this one's dead. Our thing was opening a door, not killing 1,000,000 enemies, because we are killing 1,000,000 enemies. All right, so this is, like I said, 1,000,000 damage. I guess it's kind of close. Oop, God, That drives me insane. Really drives me insane. OTTS. So let's just actually check the log because we got a rolling +1 and then the crit, right? Yeah. So our attack was a 5, +1 with a rolling is 6, and then 5 because of the poison on our 4. So 6, and then doubled is 12. So this one is just dead as well. And then down here, it was a plus with stun, which I guess maybe does matter. Yeah, it does. And then a +1 gives us a 6 total. Because we had 4, +1 from poison, +1 from modifier. All right. So we do need to try to remember to leave the other elite for the Plague Herald if possible. And we're done. So then the scouts go. So the only 2 remaining scouts are both stunned. This one's stunned and disarmed, just for good measure. Okay, the scouts are done. Then the imp goes. So the imp is going to move to focus. Interestingly enough, is actually the Soothsayer. No, it's because it's 2 movement to here, 3 movement to here. Yep. Okay, so moves there, and does a heal 2 at range 3, targeting the thing with the most missing health. Well, it's got to be this. This is 12 missing health. Nothing else here even has that large of a health pool. So it just does a 2 heal on him, which is, again, not remotely an issue. The imps are done. The shaman goes, but is disarmed. I guess actually is going to attack then -1 movement, so or move. 1, 2, 1, 2. Both equidistant. 2 is earlier in initiative order. It was the Soothsayer. It's a little annoying to have this here, but that's okay. Loses the disarm. And then it is the Plague Herald's turn. So the Plague Herald's going to use the top of Paralyzing Bite. We're going to gain 1 experience and make an attack 1 range 3 stun. We're just going to attack the Shaman because it's the only real threatening enemy, well, within range. The Imp is also kind of threatening, but I mean, I guess, no, yeah, we don't have that much movement. We want to grab this coin in the corner, and stunning the Shaman next turn makes us the Soothsayer much safer. So yep, we'll attack the Shaman, even though it won't deal any damage. Giving a curse, yes. All right, so our attack was a 1, +1 from the poison, +1 from our modifier flip. Is a 3, has 3 shield, doesn't do anything. We give a curse, but oh wait, there are no curses to give. Oh, whoops, and that goes there. And then we use the bottom of Gathering Doom, simply as a default move 2, to pick up this coin. Okay, and that's the end of the round. Well, Soothsayer's just gonna play the 2 cards she has. Quartermaster, play the 2 cards he has. And the Plague Herald. Guess it's just time for our best attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we have to move. Can't use the goggles, because it'd be nice to immobilize him if we didn't need to move, but so I guess we should move a lot then. With 4 movement, we can go 1. Can't make it to the coin, but we can move kind of like up there or something. I don't know, we'll see. Because we want to try to kill this, I guess. It's kind of annoying though, because we're not going to kill it. We're making an attack 4 and has 5. We have to get a +1. But we do really want to kill an elite. And this is the best chance of killing an elite. Well, the easiest at least, to guarantee. Yeah, we'll see what we do. Let me see what they're doing. Okay, so the first one is the Quartermaster. So who do we want to attack here? Probably this Forest Imp, right? Yeah, that seems fine. And there's a coin to grab. So we're going to do a move 5 jump with haste and step, going 1, 2, 3 to there, grabbing this coin. Also, by putting ourselves in the center of the room, we draw focus away from our squishier allies. We're going to use the top of Scroll of Lightning to make an attack 5, range 3. We're going to target the imp number 10. All right, so 5, 6, 7, 8 because of the poison, 2 shield, and 6 health. This is a kill. Beautiful. No more imps to worry about. That's great. All right, next up is the Soothsayer. Oh, sorry. The Plague Herald. Soothsayer is much later. 1 health, huh? Have to get a +1? We could use our power potion. That would just be silly. Otherwise, we run the risk of... Yeah, right. So we're going to use the bottom of Wretched Swarm. Go 1... Oops. It's not the bush moving. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Guess we have to move towards this door, not this door, but still we got to move around. We don't want to be next to that so that it attacks here. And then we'll attack with Fetid Flurry. So attack 4, range 3, double curse, targeting scout number 6. +1. Oh, not like this. All right. It is what it is. So then we're done. We give them 2 curses, though. That's the positive. Oh, wait. All right, then the Soothsinger's up. Well, I mean, we're just going to end these enemies. So we're going to do the bottom of Melody and Harmony. We're just going to move to here. And we're going to make our attack 3, range 3, targeting the Elite Scout. By the way, I'm not tracking how many times I use my items. I am sure. I guess we haven't actually moved yet. All right, hold on. So we haven't yet to move this scenario. All right, so we just have one item usage this far when we used our potion. Technically, when we used our song the first turn, we could have just moved in place, but we forgot to do that, so we'll not even count that yet. We'll try to do this right. All right. Anyway, we kill up there, and then we're gonna just use the default top of Provoke Terror as an attack 2 here, targeting the elite or the regular scout, not the shaman. Okay. Well, plus 0 stun, but he has 1 health, so he's dead. Fortunately, we did steal from the Plague Herald, but again, our priority, as is always the case, is winning the current scenario more than anything. Okay, so the scouts go, but they have all been eliminated. Scouts and imps have both been eliminated, and the shaman is stunned. Can the Plague Herald finish that thing? No, not remotely. Not even a little bit. We actually have nothing that is good against that. We can grab a coin though. So one of these two people needs to go. It needs to not not long rest. The quartermaster has a more valuable long rest, but the quartermaster is actually the only one who can just easily kill this. So I guess the quartermaster's got a short rest, and we're not really going to get another chance to long rest. And getting both the spear and the boots back is a lot of value. I guess we can just long rest on the quartermaster and just CC the shaman. All right, let's bring our song back from longevity because we're not in a hurry right now. Yeah, I think we'll take that. I think we'll keep that. Yeah, sure. It's literally our best top action. Even with enhanced throw voice, I think Provoke Terror is still probably better. Yeah, it's tough to say. All right, so what we need to do now is to CC that shaman before it can go. 8 is the scary time that it can go, so I guess we're just going to do a default move to move a bit towards the door, and again play some card control. This way there's no risk of the shaman busting out a card we don't want to see. It's 2-target curse, it's immobilize, it's disarm, whatever. So we stun it before that. Unnecessary. Now, the problem is now we'll stun it for this, and it's more likely to do one scary things when we can't do anything about it next turn, but I guess we have a solution to this. It involves some punching and kicking. All right, so it's our turn. So what we're actually going to do, because again, we need to be able to make sure we stun it next turn so that it doesn't then disarm the quartermaster when the quartermaster is going to kill it, because we really need the quartermaster to kill it. So instead of actually using these cards, we need to get them back because we need the 8 initiative for next turn and we need the stun for next turn to make sure they can't do those things. Technically, we don't actually need the stun. We could use throw voice, but if we get back one card here, we need to get back another card in terms of longevity to have gained an actual turn. Otherwise, we just won't gain a turn by getting one card back. And if we're going to get back another card, there's literally no card in our deck we, generally speaking, want to get back more than Provoke Terror because it's just our best top action. Even though Captivating Performance is a more powerful card than Provoke Terror, Captivating Performance stun being on bottom rather than top makes it less valuable to us because we have so many good bottom actions. All right. So we'll begin. I mean, it doesn't matter which order. We'll use Provoke Terror, which we use for which. But we'll use the top of Provoke Terror as a default attack 2, punching the Shaman. Unfortunately, we've already gotten rid of our +4. Yeah. So it just does no damage. And then we're going to use the bottom of Echoing Aria just as a default move 2, or move 3 actually, going here. And we, like I said, are getting both of these back. So 1, 2, 3, because we used a charge of this, and we used a charge of this, getting both these cards back, and we move, which got us the Comfortable Shoes back. Okay, next up is the old Plague Herald. Well, we've got to move to the heals. The Quartermaster's not missing any health. Soothsinger is, but we're not moving there to heal rather than grabbing a coin. So we're going to move to here. Moving first because it really doesn't matter either way. Grabbing a coin. And we'll use the top of Nightmarish Affliction to attack him. So we create Dark. And we do an attack that should basically deal no damage, nor curse, nor do anything meaningful. Yeah, sure. All right. Well, we didn't do anything there, but that's okay. We didn't have anything to do anyway. Shaman goes. Oh yeah, so we didn't stun the shaman here. Interesting. Well, doesn't really matter too much. I guess the muddle could matter. All right, shaman's gonna move away and attack the quartermaster. Yay. This was a little sloppy, but that's okay. So the attack is for quite simply 4 and applies a muddle. The muddle is the sloppiest part about it. The damage doesn't really matter much. So we block 1 damage here. Conveniently, this actually refreshes our sword knowledge armor. So I guess it's actually net positive. And we take 3 here then. Then our long rest is going to heal us for 2, and then we'll have gotten 2 health back by getting back the sword knowledge armor. So we'll actually netted 1 health. Is he long resting? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, the muddle is... I'm an idiot. We get rid of the muddle with the long rest. So actually none of that matters. So yes, this was a net positive. We effectively netted 1 health, assuming we use all the charges of sword knowledge armor before we rest or refresh items again. Okay, so refresh all our spent items. Stupid token. It's there. Heal for 2. Get rid of the muddle. And choose a card to lose. Just basically impossible, right? Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much going to be moving the rest of the scenario. I guess Reinforced Steel gives us a lot of movement. If we activate the top of it, we can maybe run very easily towards the following room. So maybe we actually do want Reinforced Steel to beat the scenario. So in that case, I mean, I guess it's pretty much the usual. Just get rid of Giant Club, which sucks because we have our Spear. Yeah, the Spear choice has been less and less impressive. Again, we picked the Spear under the assumption that we would be using Reinforced Steel every scenario, which in my previous experience playing the Quartermaster, we used Reinforced Steel every scenario. But without access to stamina potions, it's just not been the same. So the Spear was definitely a mistake. Again, I don't think the Spear is a mistake in general. I think the Spear is an excellent choice for the Quartermaster, assuming you use Reinforced Steel, which generally I think you should. But yeah, if you're playing with Endurance Potions, I think that the Long Spear is probably a mistake. All right. What would we have gotten? That's a good question. So, what would really even been better? The funny thing is, the Poison Dagger previously would have been kind of useful, even just because we had so much difficulty with shielded enemies. But I'm still not sure we would have wanted to do that. Could have gotten a Volatile Bomb for Scroll of Lightnings. Okay, I'm not sure it's great. Could have even just gotten a Piercing Bow, at least until level 8. This would have been really helpful because we had so much issue again with shielded enemies. I think this is probably not a correct choice either. We've got, 1 second, let me just do something here, because I gotta check my, yeah, so no, that's kind of all garbage. That as well, and that as well. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I mean, I guess there really wasn't any super compelling option otherwise, if we're being honest. Could have just done the 2 shields. Our health hasn't, I mean, other than that first scenario when we weren't playing Diddy and everything like that, our health hasn't really been a deciding factor for most scenarios. I mean, like I said, the obvious choice again then really would have just been 2 shields. But that hasn't really seemed necessary. Damage has been more important to this party than shields. So I'm not sure. I guess the spear is kind of alright, regardless, even if it's been pretty unimpressive. Yeah, I mean, at that level, if I'd known the hardships we would have faced, probably, I guess, maybe the Poison Dagger plus a Tower Shield would have been what I would have gone with. I'm not sure. Yeah, and we didn't have the Prosperity 6 items. This was a little bit different. Reaving Scythe isn't that compelling anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Volatile Bomb does have to be a consideration, I think. I mean, anytime you can make a ranged attack 5, especially since you can use Sharpening Kit, this can be like a ranged AoE attack 6. It's not bad. I think that's a possibility as well. I don't know. mean, Battle Axe is also just cheaper than the spear and only uses one hand, so we could have done that in a shield as well. This would have been a possibility. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I mean, I guess so. The moral of the story is that long spear wasn't that bad of a purchase. It just hasn't been. Normally, it's really exceptional for him. Here, it's been hit or miss, but I guess none of the weapons are really that compelling. If we needed, I mean, if we weren't playing with a Soothsinger, I would definitely say the shields, though. The Soothsinger makes it so we don't need life so much, but in a non-Soothsinger party, we could have gotten shields, for sure. Okay. So does the Plague get to long rest here? So what's our plan for this turn? So the Soothsinger is stunning that and moving up. And again, we have to go at 8 to beat their scariest cards. With the stun. And so the Quartermaster needs to use Portable Ballista plus Scroll of Lightning to get the kill. And pray to RNGesus that we don't miss. So the Plague Girl isn't really required to do anything. Yeah, and a long rest actually gives us some health, and we do need some health. Alright, that seems fine. Let's go. Yeah, there it is. Although that's actually not really the threatening one, more the disarm we're worried about. But I think we will still CC him. Alright, so we'll use the top of Provoke Terror to stun ya. And then we'll use the bottom of Echoing Aria as a default move 3. 1, 2, 3. Getting ourselves in better position both for here and for here. And again, another item usage. Okay, Shaman is stunned. Doesn't go. Bottom of Portable Ballista. During all your attacks this round, ignore the shield. Well, do we even need to go this ham? Yeah, probably. This just gets the kill this round. Yep. During all your attacks this round, ignore the shield values of your targets. We're going to use Scroll of Lightning, and we're going to make attack 5, range 3, which is really 6 because of the poison. So we're protected even against a -1. All right. +1, that's great. Just had to really be afraid of a -2 or a miss, although really just a miss. And so you're dead. And we get the long rest here, which allows us to choose what to lose. And to heal for 2. I mean, I guess curse attacks have just gotten a lot worse. The AoE loot is nice, but we can probably pick up most of these coins just by walking onto them. The next room, though, I think has a lot of vermlings also, so the AoE loot could be really nice. Vile Pestilence could still be good entering this room. Definitely want stuff like this. And the bottom here is always nice. I mean, a curse attack is just useless, but the lost loot could be good, and I'm definitely not getting rid of Fetid Flurry because it's good initiative and still an attack 4. Yeah, this is probably the safest. I mean, we can just spend time picking up the coins if we have to. All right. So we're going into this room this turn, for sure. Has he been killing Vermling? Unfortunately, we haven't killed any of the Vermling with the Plague Herald, to the best of my knowledge. I believe every single one of them has been taken by the Soothsinger or the Quartermaster. Quartermaster's taken most of them. We were supposed to kill the Elite, which would have given us both a check mark and satisfied our battle goal, but again, we couldn't flip the +1, even though we flipped a bunch of +1s before. Well, which I guess is more of the reason why we couldn't get the +1. All right. Anyway, so Soothsinger should probably get a song up first before we go in. I guess this should be Diddy. And so then at that point, we're looking at 2 tops, 2 bottoms that we can play. Oh no, it should be Dirge. And then Diddy, I guess, because then this gives us 2 good bottoms, 2 good tops. Yep, that works. So we go there. So then we'll just move on to a coin and activate the song. As for here, moving into the room, probably, well, does a move 2 get us there? No, it doesn't. Because it'd be nice to be strengthened, because then the following turn we do Catastrophic Bomb. I mean, I guess we can just use our boots. That's what they're there for, after all, right? And do this, and then the following turn we have this, and this. This is a little more awkward, but actually it's still probably fine. So should our song be Captivating Performance, then, is the real question. If our plan is to Catastrophic Bomb next turn. It just seems right to have Dirge up. Just avoid taking any damage. Probably can't lose if you don't take any damage, right? Well, you actually can. Humorously enough. All right, so the same plan, Vile Pestilence. For that, we need to move up, I guess, just to here minimum. Maybe to the door. No, the Quartermaster is actually going to be specifically on the door. So we can just move up to here. which is fine because we get a coin. It can hurt our line of sight a little bit, but not too much. So if we only need to move 2, we can literally play any card here. What's a card we're not planning on using anytime soon? I guess this can also just heal the... No, then we don't go after. But I guess we can go after and heal the Quartermaster. It doesn't really matter if we go early anytime in the near future. With this party, initiative actually just matters less for the Plague Herald. But yeah, this is fine. Man, I can't wait to get to level 7 for the Plague Herald. Things are going to get silly. Alright, so we're going to activate Disorienting Dirge. All enemies gain disadvantage on all their attacks. Since we have 10 curses in their deck, this is usually what we want to do. And then we're going to use the bottom defensive ditty as a default move. So I guess to here, this coin's easier to pick up on the way there. This coin's slightly more out of the way. And that gives us another use. Okay, and so then we're done. So, oops, we did do our initiative order wrong because again, our goal was to go here and attack after the Quartermaster. I said this would be fine, I just placed the cards incorrectly. It was all perfect information, so there's no issue with fixing that. All right, so then we go on the Quartermaster. How do you remember this? Like this, I guess. So we're gonna use the bottom of Crushing Hammer to do a move 2, shield oneself, and we're gonna use our boots to get a total move 4, shield oneself, and strengthen. Because we should be able to make enhancements like this. That's reasonable. Let's game the system. All right, so what do we have going on in this room? We don't have any special rules to read here, so for now we're fine. These letters don't mean anything yet. We've got just one regular shaman, okay, and that's it. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 regular scouts. This is basically as easy of a room as we can draw up. But again, the scenario is going to get more difficult soon enough. It's not really the tough part yet. It's not as easy of a room as we could draw up. If we were to replace, you know, that shaman with an elite scout or something, that would be an easier room. Shaman suck. 2-hour time restriction still in the first room. 2.5 hour. Now we have an hour and 10 minutes maximum. And yeah, we're just entering the second room. No guarantees that we finish the scenario today, but we're trying our best. Well, kind of. Trying our best while still getting distracted all the time. Yeah, so there was nothing to read here, so this stuff doesn't happen yet. All right. So let's see what they're all up to. Set their hells first. I mean, admittedly, in a party with a Soothsayer, we don't really go flying through the rooms, right? Okay, yeah, so we have to see what they're up to. Flipping and flipping. All right, those are both kind of vicious turns, to be honest. Because they're applying, to be fair, QM can just blaze through rooms to get there. Yeah, that's our plan afterwards. Speaking of distractions, scenario design is hard. Yes, it is. Okay. These suck because the enemy shouldn't really be dealing any damage, but conditions aren't damage, they're actually more annoying. So we should certainly wound the scout or the shaman as usual. So bladed boomerang, gain 1 experience, attack 2, range 3 wound, targeting the shaman. Because again, the shaman is harder to kill, and we are advantaged on this attack. Okay. On my last playtest of this scenario, I just barely scraped by. I'm getting me curious for that scenario. Well, I will be playing it probably on stream soon. Probably this coming week. All right, so there goes our bless. Our attack was for 2, so really 4. Sucks to miss a bless, deal 1, or lose a bless, deal 1 damage, huh? But I guess every 1 damage counts against those enemies. We're gonna be muddled for next turn. All right, so then the shaman goes. It can actually hit 2 people without having to move and without getting disadvantage. So attack -1. So we've got 3. First on the quartermaster, then on the Soothsayer. Both curses. So quartermaster first. So they're always disadvantaged, which means we draw more curses. Wow. Okay. Of course, on the one, I mean, that's how it always works, right? So this is just +0. On a -1 on 4, so 3. And they each get a curse. So player curses. On the last playtest of the Snow scenario, I just barely scraped by, but oh yes, the wound, good call. Thank you. But given that I have much more experience in the class than I reasonably expect a player to have, shouldn't I tone it down? Yeah, I would say that if you just reasonably scrape. Well, did you feel like that you got unlucky in terms of flips and stuff like that? If you didn't feel like you got unlucky, then you should probably tone it down a little bit. Not even. Yeah, then you should tone it down, to be honest. Because it is supposed to be a mastery of the class, but you don't want it to be... I mean, you want it to be challenging, but yeah. I want to see you playtest it once. Okay. But are there 4 imps in this scenario, Themris? So next up... So we're at 61, not 16. So yeah, we have the scouts which go next. Only a few... Oh god. I hate you. So all these scouts are going to attack. The first one applies poison. After that, they don't. So the first one will be an attack for 3, and then after that, they'll be 4s. So we'll have 1 attack for 3, and then 3 attack for 4. All these disadvantaged. Okay, so the first attack for 3 gets a -1, so that's 2. We have 1 shield from Crushing Hammer, and 1 shield there, so no damage. And then it's time for the 4s. Wow, okay. Fair enough. We're actually taking damage here. Aren't we supposed to not take damage? Isn't that the pact we make with Disorienting Dirge when we get to 10 curses? All right. So again, this is a 3 plus 1 from the poison is a 4 plus 1 from the modifier because it actually considers this. What's funny, this is actually the worst modifier. I mean, this does less damage, but the game actually considers this to be the worst modifier because it doesn't count our helmet, even though we have the helmet. It's a little bit annoying with Disorienting Dirge and crits. Anyway, so a 5, so we subtract 1 here, subtract 1 with Crushing Hammer, so we take 3. And 2 more attacks. Jeez, where are all those curses? Yeah, there's just 1 out? All right. So this is a -1. So again, this would have normally been a 4 because of the poison. So -1 there is 3, -1 there is 2, -1 here, so we take 1. I could do Black Imps instead. Let me check their stat card. On a side note, I did not write up the fluff for the scenario yet, so the mechanics will seem random when you playtest. Okay. And then we've got the last one here. Finally. And of course. How is it that it always works like that? All right, so all the scouts are done, and then it is the Plague Herald's turn. So we're going to do a move 2, heal 1, affect all adjacent allies. We're going to go here, giving ourselves a coin, healing the Soothsayer for 1, and removing the poison from the Quartermaster, which is not bad. And then we're going to use the top of Vile Pestilence. So range 1, 2, and expand. We can't hit this one, we can't hit this one, so we should always expand it. Well, I guess, so we can either do like this or do like this. It's kind of the same, right? I guess both these ones will always get hit by Catastrophic Bomb, where I mean, these ones will also always get hit by Catastrophic Bombs. It doesn't really change anything, but I guess we'll just do it like this. All right, we'll do 6, 5, 8 in that order. So these are all just attack 1 poisons. No reason to use anything special again. So 3, 3, and 2. Now we get the good modifiers. We don't have elites to kill. 3 here does nothing, and 2 here. Poison, poison, poison. Okay, end of the round. We are supposed to actually be muddled as well. Oops, which, like I said, is a little bit annoying. But oh well. Doesn't change too much. RQM, yep, sorry, you're right. Soothsayer is also muddled. Forgot about that. I always forget about their models. Alrighty, well, just the typical combo. Again, using Captivating Performance top doesn't really make sense on the turn we're doing Catastrophic Bomb, but after. And Stinging Cloud, and we could poison. We can only actually poison one of the two. We can't reach this one, so we'd just be able to poison this one. Better just get another attack off. No, man, not going with Black Imps. We could just not do Imps in general. You know. I mean, I'm just teasing mostly. Okay, let's go. So they're doing their heals. That's a little bit annoying. But it's fine. The scouts are just doing standard stuff. All right. Excuse me. So we begin by using the bottom of Sharpening Kit. We use the top of Catastrophic Bomb. And we use our Major Power Potion. So as usual, this gives us an attack 4. We actually can shape it like 2, 3, 4, 3. So we hit every enemy in the room. I guess we'll do top to bottom. So 2, 6, 5, 8, 3 in that order. No reason to use anything else here. Well, no, because I was thinking we were flipping 2, but we're not flipping 2. So this will be the first one, this will be the second one. So the refresh, we always taking this potion back, obviously, rather than refreshing this stuff. This would be silly. So this is just a 4 here. down to 7. And then here we get +1 because of the poison and +2 from the modifier. So this turns our 4 into a 7. 1 health. That should be okay. Then on the shaman. Wow. Of course, no damage to the shaman. Man, these shaman. All right, and then the scout below, +1. So here we have a 7, down to 2. And then on the bottom scout, 5. And a curse. Yeah, we've drawn a lot of modifiers, right? Yeah, something like that. Okay, we're done. So then the shaman goes. So takes 1 damage from his wound, goes down to 4. Moves to his focus here. And then heals the person or the thing missing the most health, which is this one here, because this one is missing 10 health. So it just heals the poison off. Shaman's done. Plague Herald's up next. So we can either shape it like this or shape it like this. Makes sense to... Yeah, makes sense to shape it like this, I guess. So if we shape it here, then we kill this and this one, right? If we shape it here, we kill this one, damage this one. But killing this one is kind of bad because when the Soothsinger attacks, she can either attack the, I mean, she has her bottom attack, which just attacks kind of these two. I guess she could just move and not attack, but that also seems questionable. Yeah. So if she kills this one, then we might as well just kill, I mean, not hit this one since it's a free kill anyway while hitting this. I guess at the same time, her hit on this kind of sucks. Doesn't really deal damage. We got a good modifier deck with her. We might as well give it a try. Yeah, this is fine. All right, so we will do like this because we have line of sight to all of these. So we'll do 3, 8, 5 in that order using the top of Stinging Cloud. So we have the buff from Sharpening Kit. So it'll be attack 3, attack 4, attack 4. I'm not using anything else. So 3, so 4, 6, and a ton. Beautiful. So we did the right order, correct? Or for once. All right, so 4 here, down to 7. Then a +2 here. Yeah, this one's dead. Well, that was kind of not the right order, but at least we hit the shaman with a crit. That's the most important thing, because the shaman is annoying. Okay, and so then on the shaman, I'm pretty sure it's dead, right? Again, so our attack on the shaman was a 4, +1 from Sharpening Kit, +1 from the poison. 4 doubled is 8. His 3 shield, yes, it is dead. And we killed 2 vermlings here. So we gotta check mark those. Our life goal is to kill 15 vermlings. Okay. Okay, and then we have the bottom of Spread the Plague, which is an attack 4, range 3. So we can either hit down here or hit up here. This gives us a Vermling kill, which is nice. But again, the Soothsinger was going to hit that one, but now the Soothinger's bottom attack kind of sucks. So maybe it's better for the Soothsinger just to move and use Throw Voice. But in that case, we would still just do it to these two, so we could leave this one alive. So we should just hit this one no matter what, I guess. Except, like I said, this does give us a Vermling kill, but I'm not in a rush to retire, so that doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, sure. All right, so we'll just attack this bottom one down here with the bottom of Spread the Plague. So for an attack 4. All right, well, we got a Vermin kill anyway. That was definitely the correct decision then. Obviously can't be results oriented, but happy with the decision we made. So we killed this one, which is great because now none of them will attack. We get another Vermin check mark. Okay. So then we're done. So then it's the Soothinger's turn. So in the end, there's not any advantage really to doing this. I mean, we could hit this one, but then we don't disarm this one because we don't have line of sight right now. So better, I think, to just move in, grab a coin, disarm both of them. So we will do exactly that. So we'll use the bottom of Nightmare Serenade as a default move. Going to here because coins are valuable when our retirement goal is enhancements. And then we disarm both of the scouts. And we're done. And the scouts go, but they do nothing because they're disarmed. All right, so then what's up next? Well, some moving and some attacking, presumably. of some variety. So they have 3 curses. Okay. They can be given. So in order to hit this one, we do need to move. So if we're going to move, we should go to one of the coins. But that requires a move 4. We have 2 move 4s, so that's okay. So let's use this one now, because there's a chance we use the top of the other card, although it's pretty unlikely we need to use either. I guess we have accelerated, and no, neither of them are poisoned. All right. But Nightmarish Affliction is actually not bad. Thermos, did you weight the annoyingness of imps while giving the point value to the rooms, or did you value them 0.5? That's a good question. If we go first, then it's good because we kill this one and hit this one, but we're not going first at 43. What if we go... What if we use this to go first? First doesn't really work here. I mean, first actually can work here. If we stun both of them at 25, I guess the Quartermaster doesn't have to go before us. The Quartermaster goes to 26. And we would be 2684, and the Quartermaster is 2612, so we can never go before the Quartermaster. But the Quartermaster can just... No, actually can't make both of his attacks on this one because he can't reach it. This one has to die first. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not convenient. So we actually want... We do want the Quartermaster going after the Soothsayer, though, because otherwise the Quartermaster can't attack. Yeah, it's true. I hadn't actually considered that there's not really a point system for solos. So let's just do our best attack then. Okay, so there are no shaman left. Let's go. Okay, so the Soothsayer is up first. Oh, 2 target range attacks. Oh, these were disarmed last turn. I think it's likely we kill them. I think I can just get the curses and grab a coin rather than needing to do this. That way I move away and allow the Quartermaster to attack. So yeah, let's do that. So we're going to use Singing Arrows top to just give the enemies 2 curses, keeping them near maximum curse saturation. And then we're going to use the bottom of Captivating Performance simply to move, I guess, onto, doesn't really change much, onto this coin. No, I guess this coin. This gives the Plague better line of sight, I suppose, into the other rooms, which is a little bit more important for him than us. And again, another one of these. House rule from next campaign, remove 2 enemy curses from the game. Well, if you're going to remove 2 enemy curses from the game, you should actually just add the 2 enemy curses into the player pile, right? This removes the awkwardness of a 4-player party when they are ordered to take 3 curses each person, because obviously that rule, I mean, the 10 and 10 split wasn't set up, so that way everyone gets 3 curses. So yeah, you just swap them over to the other deck, I would say. It's not a bad idea. 8 curses is definitely more fair than 10. Although, yeah, it's more fair. It's probably balance moving in the right direction. It's incremental balance too, which is a good idea. All right, Quartermaster's up next. So we're going to use the bottom of Reinforced Steel just to do a default move 2 to here because we want to start attacking right away. We're going to use one of the Hasten Step attacks to hit Scout number 6. This way we can move on to his coin after he's dead, which he is going to die from this attack. Yes. Beautiful. So drops a coin here. And then we use the Hasten Step move as a move 1 onto this coin here. And then we use the top of Hasten Step again to attack here. Okay, so 4 total damage, putting it down to 3. Agreed. 5, you say? Okay, if you insist. 5 would be more balanced, even probably than 8, but also would just make some classes feel really bad, right? I mean, it would make the Plague Herald feel kind of pointless. I mean, it would, yeah. Not that much, just being distracting for no reason. Okay, so then we're up on the Plague Herald, so we're going to use the bottom of a Wretched Swarm to do a move to here, grabbing all the coins we can. And then we're going to use the top of Fetid Flurry as an attack for double curse, targeting Scout number 2. Range 3. Okay, well, that's a little unfortunate. We were planning on killing all of them, but in the end we didn't. And the positive is we give one curse, I suppose. And then that scout actually goes, and we'll attack the quartermaster and the soothsayer, because soothsayer had lower initiative. Ugh. All right, so attack -1, so it's a 2, disadvantage in both cases. So 2 goes down to 1 on the quartermaster. That's actually 1 damage. We don't have any instances of shield here. And then on the soothsayer, wow, where are those curses? Apparently curses aren't OP. 2 damage to the soothsayer. Alright, let's just get a double long rest here. Both of them could benefit from long resting. And us, we have to finish this enemy off. He has 3 health. Well, we make our attack that does 3 and go as early as possible, I guess. Just using this for initiative. Oopsies. Oh no. No! That's the opposite. Alright, so I can manually do this, but it's easier if I can just do it like this, rather than having to adjust their sizes manually. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so we just need to use this for initiative to make sure we go before it, and then attack it with for 3 to presumably kill it. Alright, here we go. So we do go first at 31. We're going to begin by using the top of Under the Skin as attack 3, range 3, pierce 2, gain 1 experience, attack that scout. Alright, +1 instead. And we could use our boots now. Oops. To get a coin, which I think we will. We'll use the bottom paralyzing bite plus our boots. We can long rest soon. And go 1, 2, 3, and move on to the coin. And we killed another vermling, so we gotta check that off. There we go. Alright. That's the end of the round. So, heal for 2. Heal for 2. Refresh these items. And away we go. To choose cards to lose, we can bring back the song because we've got endurance potion, so we can still get an extra turn by playing it, and we've got nothing really to do. Also, that's the second time we've forgotten to use our default bot. I mean, basically our bonus from our loot when playing the song. 6, 7, yeah. All right. As for you, let's do this the faster way, right? That's why we have the hand thing there. Yeah, it's time to get rid of the catastrophic bomb combo. We can get rid of catastrophic bomb first because the goal for the scenario is actually just to run something somewhere. Being able to heal ourselves while running actually can be effective. Okay, so it's time to move on to this, but the quartermaster is the one we want to run this way, so we'd rather have someone else move on to that before him. And him, he's going to set up reinforced steel, but so we want to go later. And then we've got just some moves to use. I guess we want to play a default move here no matter what, so we can just go late as possible so that we don't expose ourselves, since we want to use a default move to get an extra card back for longevity here. Oh yeah, we have to choose our card to lose as well. Kind of a run through. We're not really ever going to be next to our allies much anymore, so I think we just get rid of Echoing Aria. Alright, and so we want to get this song up, and I guess it's us who moves on to the pressure plate. That seems reasonable. So in that case, we're just, well, using anything as a default move. Doesn't really matter. We're getting the card back. And us, well, we've got 2 cards. We'll see what we do with them. Maybe we could just long rest here, but we don't know what's coming up, so I think it's fine to just consider using these things. I guess we want to go later, though, in case we want to pop into the doorway and shoot some people. I think there'll actually be enemies coming here, though. Well, pop at them and shoot at them, and we'll see. Given that we know that there are letters here, it's a little bit risky what we're doing here, but I think it's okay. We should be fine. All right, so we're going to activate... Now again, we're getting nothing from this. I did add +1 to the vermin counter. Technically, all right, so we're going to activate the song. This just gives us another instance here. And we're going to use move 2, 1, 2. And then we'll use the bottom of captivating performance as default move. I think we should be at about enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so we have to use one more item instance. I don't think we've actually tracked all of these either. Oh, well, here we're actually using a charge of our endurance potion to get back captivating performance since we use it as a default move. So there, now we're at 11, so we can stop tracking this nonsense. And just know that we have successfully completed our battle goal. All right, so we move on to this, and at the end of our turn, stuff happens. So, door 1 is opened when any character occupies pressure plate B at the end of their turn. All right, so this is opened. Delete these things. So first let's set up these rooms, shall we? So this door isn't open yet. Okay. Wait. Am I? Oh, they're gonna be traps. I was gonna say, am I blind? They're the traps, but yeah, I see. So there's gotta be traps placed or something, right? Spawn 2 normally Vermling Scouts and 1 normal Vermling Shaman for 2 characters. 2 Elite Scouts and 1 normal Shaman for 3 characters, and 1 Elite Shaman, 2 Elite Scouts and 1 Elite Shaman for 4 characters. So we have 2 Elite Scouts and 1 normal Shaman at C. C is here. So it's a Scout, and Scout, and then Shaman. It's not really, technically you would kind of like, they would normally make a formation like this, right? But it actually says the Scouts and then the Shaman, so I just spawn the Scout first, and then it goes on that space, and then the following ones go as close as possible. Following summoning rules. Okay, so that takes care of that. And then additionally place 2 damage traps at D. Yeah, so we did need to play the jump this turn. Oh well. We won't have moved much, but that's okay. So there's damage trap there and damage trap there. So without jump, we're not getting out of this room. All right, so what does the following room have? It has 2 elite imps. One elite imp here. 1 elite imp here. These have how much health? Not that really matters. I have no intention of overkilling them, I think. Okay. And then we have 2 regular stone golems, which we have to pray never try to immobilize us. That is the real danger in this scenario. All right. And those have 16 health each. So 2 traps kill, although 2 traps is not so easy. I mean, technically it is for the Soothsayer, but we'll see. All right, so we've actually got to flip for everything. Were there any other special rules? No? For some reason I thought it like spawned something every round, but I guess I'm just confusing it with the other one that does spawn spirits and you have to kill stuff. All right, so that's it. If any non-flying figure is on one of the hexes, it immediately springs the trap. Okay, no issue there. So we still just have to bring the doll adjacent to this thing. Right, so the imps go, they have 4 movement and 4 range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just not enough range, just barely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then after the imps, we have the Plague Herald. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna walk into the traps. Do kind of wish I'd long rested now, but oh well. I think we'll just jostle in place. Not really do anything. Don't have range to poison or do anything to anyone, so okay. Shaman goes, so 3 movement, 4 range. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting the quartermaster. So attacks for 4 muddle. Wow, really? This is incredible. All right. So there. 3. And then 2 damage each of the stone golems. Apparently curses are not so good, because I've given them 10 curses, and they just keep landing attacks. Alright, and then here, we're going to activate Reinforced Steel, which gives us 2 experience. This is interesting. And give them that muddle treatment. Well, the muddle treatment doesn't matter. They're attacking with disadvantage every round because of Disorienting Dirge. Despite that, they're still not flipping curses. It has nothing to do with muddle. Muddle won't change anything at this point. Alright, let's activate Reinforced Steel. Ah, okay. Sorry, I just didn't know if you were actually watching completely or not, or just... Yeah, Elusive Brawler, exactly. See, Thymus, this is the problem. We don't have Elusive Brawler. Is Elusive Brawler broken with this combo? Maybe. Alright. But again, this combo's broken anyway, so... So this is kind of interesting, right? So we can use one of our spent items, but it doesn't... We playtested it with the Curse Party, yeah, and it was too good. Yeah, okay. Well, something like that. It'd be nice to move the Shaman into these traps, right? But it's quite costly for us to do that because we have to use our utility belt. Let's do the math and see if the utility belt changes much. I mean, it's got to, right? The utility belt will essentially give us 2 additional movement on 1 turn because we can use it to use the Boots of Striding 1 additional time. So as of right now, let's assume we do 5 plus boots, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go to there, refresh boots. The following turn, we have to take a slightly less optimal path because we don't want to short rest immediately. We've got to move 2, boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then after that, we can presumably short rest to get the move 5 boots back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can go to one of these 2 spaces with jump, so we should be safe. So we probably don't need the utility belt unless, but we could kind of get blocked up here. So also immobilize. It is a lot of value to just use this now. This just frees up our allies to go make attacks and to move out and stuff, and just kills the most threatening enemy in here who could immobilize us next turn, which would really suck. The utility belt's a very real cost. But I think it's a worthwhile cost. It also lets us move up this turn, which is not nothing. And we could use our boots for free this turn as well. Yeah, it's got to be worth it. All right, so we're going to use the Doom Compass. We're going to force him to do a little move 2. And then we're going to use our utility belt to refresh the Doom Compass, and we're going to use the Doom Compass again. And we're going to move him into this trap here, which leaves a coin here. I'm not going to grab that coin, even though we are greedy. And then, because we've cleared that out, we can now use the bottom of Scroll of Lightning as a default move 2. We'd rather use this than the move 3, I think. The push 1, 1, 2, 3, yeah. And actually 1, 2, 3, 4 gets us a coin, which is nice. So yeah, as a default move 2, because by doing this, we're going to get an extra turn since we have an odd number of cards in our hand. So bottom of Scroll of Lightning for a default 2. We're going to use 1 charge of Major Endurance Potion to get this back. This gives us a move 2, plus we're going to use our boots for 2 more movement. So we get a total of move 4. Is this going to put us so that they attack us? Yeah, it is, but who cares? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Fine. I mean, I want that coin, but money on him really doesn't matter much at this point at all. We've already got the 2 enhancements we care the most to get. Following enhancements that follow this are way too expensive for us to really be concerned with. And like I said, I'm never playing this class again. So yeah, I think just going there and avoiding 2 attacks is probably worth it. It's also just, even though it's small damage attacks, avoiding them makes it so that they don't draw curses out of their deck, theoretically, because that's what they want to do, right? They want to make their big attacks and not draw curses, and then they just make these stupid attack 2s, which don't do anything, and draw the curses. And hey, Quarload, by the way. So yeah, we'll actually just go to there. All right, so then the scouts go, and they have range 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so they hit no one. And then at the end of the round, because we have Reinforced Steel up, so the top of Reinforced Steel at the end of each round, refresh one of your spent items. We refresh our Boots of Striding. And that's it. Okay, so we want to do Movie Jumpy Guy. We kind of want to go late so that the things in there don't mess with us. because they're the most threatening things. So we should just do this. Again, this is our latest card, so it makes sense to play this. It's also a move 3, but the move 3 doesn't matter. I think after using a move 4 and a move 5, short resting is not really a cost. And again, we've already mathed it out that we can just make it there. And here we can actually even more easily make it there because we're actually further up. So this is fine. The Plague Herald can just long rest, I think. It's kind of silly and unnecessary to do this. What is the Soothsayer doing? I don't know, our move 3, attack 3. That's annoying. I don't know what the Soothsayer is doing then. Well, if we move 3, we get to the coin, and then from there we don't do anything. We can activate a new song, but the song we have currently is just the best song. It's the most helpful for the Quartermaster. Really long range provoke terror from there. I think isn't hitting anything, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, expand. No, I guess I can hit the imp. All right, why not? We can go. I guess we going late doesn't matter because we just want to affect things which are going to affect the Quartermaster. The survivability of the Plague Herald and the Soothsayer just doesn't really matter at this point. Plus, they're going to be fine. It's just the Quartermaster we have to be concerned for. So we actually do prefer to go early then so that we can stun the imp before it affects the Quartermaster. We don't need to go that early, so 13 is probably fine for our move here. And so the Plague Herald, like I said, we could long rest, but it's actually just a bit silly. Let's just do a short rest. We can just go contribute somehow. Yeah, I don't love losing under the skin. Let's actually have a look. No, I actually think I will. He has 2 shield as well. But killing the imps doesn't really matter. The only thing I actually care about on him is just getting a kill. Well, I guess the imp is an elite. Yeah, under the skin is actually pretty valuable here. But 1 life is also... No, let's reroll. I actually do want to keep under the skin. It's just an attack 5. Well, see that right there is the reason we didn't want to reroll, because Restless Form is very good when we're ending scenarios. But honestly, with the way they're spread out right now, it's not doing that much, so we're fine. Okay. So, Imp is going to be stunned. I guess we can poison and curse the imp. Curses don't really do anything. Poison the imp sets up for future attacks, but doesn't really do a meaningful attack here. Could also move up late. How much do we need to move up? Well, we kind of just need to make it to the door. And we don't really want to move further than that because that way these scouts theoretically, well, I guess they're kind of always hitting people, right? With 5 movement. Yeah, I mean, they're always making it to the door. If we do move 4, we get to the coin. All right, I actually like that. We're going to tank some hits, but that's okay. So what if we do a move 4 to get to the coin? God, oh, the mistakes we've made. And we actually just can use our Hawk Helm to go poison the 2 scouts. I'd still rather go late so that I don't get beat up. Because the Soothsayer will actually be back here, so she... but then we won't be able to make it out. All right, let's go 43. I don't know that it changes too much. Because our goal in the Plague Herald is basically just to kill at least one of these, if not both of these. While the Quartermaster's goal is to make it there, and the Soothsayer's goal is to keep Disorienting Dirge up. All right, let's go. 54, huh? This is kind of unfortunate. 43, good thing we're stunning you. Oh, my bad. I don't think there are any more shamans, so I don't think that matters too much that I did that, but that shouldn't have been flipped because he was eliminated. Okay, so Soothsayer's up first. We're going to do a default move 3 with the bottom of Nightmare Serenade. Going to here. And then we're going to use the top of Provoke Terror as a stun range 4. Do 1, 2, 3, and expand, or 4, I mean, whatever. And stun this imp here. Okay, so then it is the Plague Herald's turn. So we have a move 4 with Under the Skin. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. Onto this coin. We're going to use our healing potion now, because we're definitely about to take some damage, / get poisoned. And then we're going to use the top of Nightmarish Affliction plus our Hawk Helm to add 1 range to the entire attack action. So this gives us attack 1, range 4, target 2, poison curse, creating dark. And so we have range 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can hit both of the vermlings over here. And unfortunately, the poison doesn't do anything. Dark doesn't matter much. I mean, sorry, the curse doesn't do anything. The poison, however, is significant. So attack Helm 1 and then 8, or sorry, 1 and then 9. We could power potion now. We're probably never hitting more than these 2 enemies anyway. They're the only ones that matter, and there's no guarantee we're ever hitting. No, we might actually hit the imp as well at some point. All right, let's just go like this. So 2 and then 9. -1. All right, not the most impressive damage ever. So no damage to the other one. 1 damage to this one. They are both poisoned and they're both cursed, but again, they have 10 curses in their deck still, so. All right, the imp goes. This one's stunned. Does nothing. The other one will get to do something though, right? 4 movement, 4 range, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. 2, 3. Yeah, I can hit both of us. I guess I could go to here as well. And as a ranged enemy, I would normally keep it further away. It blocking the door doesn't matter. I get to jump past. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So normally I would go like that, actually. So attacks -1. So attack 3 poison, first targeting the Plague Herald, then targeting the Quartermaster. Both disadvantaged. Jeez. All right. So 2 damage to the Plague Herald. And poison. Is that 8 flips in a row with no curse now? And then on the Quartermaster. Yeah, and then 2 curses at once. And then 2 curses at once. Oh, TTS. This is like 20th time in a row that this has happened on TTS, right? That's a little bit of an exaggeration, obviously. All right, so poison there. And so there was a curse to both the Quartermaster, which matters less, and the Plague Herald, which matters a bit more. Elusive Brawler, 3 curses at once. We did actually have that happen with Elusive Brawler. And Quarlord, by the way, I did look up what you told me to look up about Clemson's trip, which was, yeah, about what I would have expected. All right, so then the scouts go. So they have range 3, right? So they'll need to move up 1 each to there and to there. Both will be attacking the Plague Herald for a bunch of damage, which hopefully shouldn't matter. Goodness. So that's the first one. God. So you made like 8 flips in a row with no curses, and then just 4 flips in a row, which are all curses. Well, at least that is a nice one. So this is their deck. So back up to 5 curses. I didn't go that far. I'll have to take a look at some other point. All right. So they're both done. So then we have the Quartermaster who's up. So at 77, we get to do a move 5 jump. Plus we're going to use our boots to get a total of 7. Do we want to attack something in here first? Because what we attack up there doesn't really matter at all. And we could just attack this imp, which maybe helps our allies a bit, because we can attack no matter what. It changes nothing, so why not? Yeah, I guess. 6, 7. And then we can attack this imp, but again, we just don't care at all about killing this imp because we're running away from it next turn. No, yeah, let's attack this imp. We can help our allies a bit. I like to attack these vermlings, but they're too far away. So yeah, we'll attack the elite imp first using the top of Scroll of Lightning. We've got light and dark. Okay, all that for nothing. All right, so like I said, we have a move 7 with haste and step. Move 7 jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are we putting ourselves in for a pounding? We are, but we've got all those those muddles, curses in their deck, right? So it's kind of a bit of so be it. The bad thing is actually this is going to block us. We're just going to have to short rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's fine. Actually, we can just short rest here and get this card back, and we win next turn. Okay. Yeah. So we're done. So then the stone golems go. So there were just 2 stone golems in this room, right? Yep. That's true. Scrolls are typically lost. So sorry, Themmer said, flavor-wise, it's weird to me that the Quartermaster has a bunch of scrolls that are non-lost. Yeah, I could see that. It would have made sense to have the scrolls be lost. Yeah, and the scroll's inherently a limited use item. Okay, so the regular up there. Oh, he has only 1 movement. Really? Even on 7, they have 2 movement, and so -1. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't really change anything except us getting pounded less. So the one adjacent to us is going to attack us for a bunch of damage, which should not matter. That's just crazy, right? How stacked the deck was there. I mean, not stacked in our favor, right? I mean, it doesn't matter at all. We're still winning this scenario no matter what. But there were 8. It was like either 8 out of 8 or 8 out of 9 were not. So 10 curses in their deck, 30 card deck. 8 out of 8 or 8 out of 9 were not curses. I don't remember if we got 1 curse and put it back in. And then 7 out of 8 in a row are curses. Does that really seem like it's well shuffled? And it's not like this is the first time this has happened. This happens almost every time with curses. I mean, yeah, questioning shuffler algorithms. I know this is kind of played out, but sometimes you do wonder. Just a large stock of them. That's fair, Corlord. And again, I'm questioning this not at all because it affects me here. Like I said, I'm winning this scenario by such an easy margin that it really doesn't matter. It's just more of a question in general because you hate to see this sort of thing. And again, if it just happened one scenario, it'd be one thing. Grab the tinfoil hat, he's onto something. Well, it's not really tinfoil hat because it's not claiming conspiracy. It's just claiming that something could be incorrectly coded, right? Which, uh, wondering if there could be a bug in software you're using is pretty far from putting on the tinfoil hat. All right. So we're done. Short rest at the end of our turn. I think the rest of our allies don't. Oops. Oh. All right. So we lose that. Again, we can just pay 1 life to reroll. Doesn't really matter, but we did actually get the one we wanted. We need to investigate the ooze monster deck to reach any definitive conclusions. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know with that one, right? All right, so we want to go as early as possible, and we want to jump into the following room and end the scenario. Sorry, at the end of the round, we refresh our boots of striding as well. Or the damn scouts, that's true. Some of these, I mean, those actually, well, who knows, that's fair as well. But those are more the sentience thing, right? That's a little bit different. The fact that here, for example, the scouts have only flipped their loot thing once. So you can't claim that it's actually like a bug deck. I mean, you could claim that it's rigged, but I don't really believe that it's rigged. I more believe that the deck slash CTS is sentient, is actually an AI, and is trying to troll us. But here you could actually claim that there's some sort of a problem with the way the deck handles shuffling cards which aren't normally supposed to be in the deck or something like that. I don't know. All right. Well, we wanted to kill one of these, but it doesn't look like that's happening. So what are we doing here? I mean, we want to contribute damage, but we can't really do that. There's just no way to kill one of these things. Ugh. Man, it sucks. Not getting our battle goal again. I guess we actually do get to make 2 attacks. All right, so this and this. So captivating performance gives +1 to each of his attacks. That adds 2 damage. Attacking is better, but there's not. I mean, I guess it is. It is possible for us to attack as well. All right. So if we do specifically this and this, and we go after him because he goes at 20, or before him, so he goes at 26, this is perfect. So we play our activate captivating performance, and then we play, which gives us a move too. So we go to here, and then that allows us to use the bottom of Singing Arrow as attack 1, range 3 wound, hitting this one. Fortunately, we're hitting the one with 1 more health, but we get to make a bunch more attacks on it, so it's better. I mean, well, 1 more attack on it with our great modifier deck, and we just have to kind of pray for the best here. Oh, and we can use another bottom action. So is there a better way to do this? No, not really. Can we? Yep. So we need a short rest as well. Okay, that's fine. Because then we can also use Ring of Haste to make Provoke Terror as an additional attack. Yeah, this seems fine then. Let's go. So the imps go first. We have everything right? Yes? All right. So the imps go first. They shield and heal. This doesn't really matter at all. We didn't actually even end up damaging it. So then next up is the... Oh, it doesn't say it ends immediately, does it? So again, ECO, how do you interpret this? The scenario is complete when the doll is brought to a hex adjacent to the well A. Does it say, since it doesn't say immediately, does that just mean like what you interpreted for the last scenario? That this fulfills the success requirement and then it ends at the end of the round, which you have to survive for, as is usual? Or does it mean the fact that it says the scenario is complete when this happens, does that mean the scenario is immediately over? You would say that you still get the round. That would be my interpretation as well, but I hadn't thought about it. All right. So we do a move 5 jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Set up this room, which has these things. Oh, we don't end it this round, actually. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, we've got a little more Gloomhaven to play here. We thought we would end it, but we are not ending it because they are blocking all the spots. Not having the compass here, quite a problem. Quite a problem. We can't easily get it back, huh? No way to getting it back except for making attacks. Well, let's see what they're doing. Hopefully they're doing like their cursey thing. So I need them to move out of the room. Hold on, I need to place them. So it's 1 elite, 2 regulars. I'm not gonna set their hells because this doesn't matter. So they have -1 move, but they will still move, so that is good. So, but I need to make sure that they'll back 1 move, or well, that anyone moves. So they have 4 range, -1, so 3. So if I end here, this one will move up. But I can also just move back a bit. Scenario 69, you don't have to end your movement. You just have to enter hex adjacent to the well. Yeah, but I can't enter any, exactly like Isio said. Even if I did, so if I had 1 more movement, I could go here and then end here, but I actually have exactly just, but I guess, yeah, the point is next turn I can always just pass through here. But because I have exactly this much movement, I can't go there right now. So I actually need to see what the rest of these enemies are doing. So the stone golems, so this one's always hitting me, I guess, unless I go really far. No, I can't even go really far back. I have only 2 movement left. But I guess it doesn't change much, huh? No matter what, I want to keep the jump. So, I mean, no matter what, I need to short rest. I guess, actually, so then the best thing... Oh, no, but I can't go near a living spirit. Well, go near a living spirit doesn't change anything either because I have disorienting dirge up, and I think I want to keep it up. So if I would then have to cancel disorienting dirge as well, but then we're taking more damage. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I don't need them to move, as we've established. Actually, I can, thanks to Corlard pointing this out, I can just next turn do my jump move like this, and that's perfectly fine. And then I do successfully complete the scenario. So I just have to make sure that I can get this back, which means I cannot play this for a loss, otherwise I would not be able to get this back. No real point in attacking. Actually, attacking can get me some stuff. Also, by moving into the room, I do prevent this stone golem from hitting me, which is worth something. So let's actually just go to here, because we don't care about the damage we deal. So we're just going to move to there with our... I mean, I guess we didn't have to use the boots, but there was no real advantage to not using the boots. So then let's just do the top of Crushing Hammer as a default attack 2. Again, just hoping to flip a refresh item thing. Not that it changes much right here, but it'll just give us more flexibility for next turn. And so we're attacking the Elite with just, again, a default attack 2. Ah, well, we got it. Yeah, we can't refresh this, so it has to be this. Man, if only we got in that last turn, we actually would have been fine here. Or... Oh, no! Yeah, but we thought we had it easy. Ah, this was wrong, though. This... It's tough. So what we could have actually done is if we had done our default attack first on this stone golem, we would have actually gotten that, and we would have the compass here. We would have been able to move this living spirit away, and we would have actually been able to set up victory condition this turn. Now, there is a reason for not doing this, right? We don't actually know what's in the last room, so having the ability to stun an enemy, I don't think it's actually ever correct, right? Because stunning an enemy costs a loss, but if we just lose a card, it's the same thing. It negates 1 enemy attack. The only way this would be correct, it would have been correct the way we did it. So yeah, we did make a mistake. Was if we believed that there could be an enemy in the room who would make multiple attacks in a turn, in which case playing a loss to stun him is more valuable than simply negating his attack with a loss. But I actually don't believe any of these enemies can make multiple single target attacks in a turn. So yeah. Yeah, we made a bit of a mistake. Oh well, my bad. 2 XP though, yay. Oh yeah, the top of Crushing Hammer is not very good. But again, I mean, bottom, and yeah, 2 XP at the end of the scenario. Alright, well, we just have to survive this round and the next now. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than we thought. We've got 15 minutes to do it. Alright, let's focus up. So, I don't think I used that card. You didn't use this card? This bottom is insane. You're crazy. I mean, the top, yeah, sure, whatever. If you never use this top action, I wouldn't blame you, but the bottom is so good. 17 initiative is one of your best initiatives, and having a move to shield 1, even without the enhancement. A lost card that stuns is probably better than a card in the discard. I didn't want advantage. Well, it's not about advantage. Like I said, just the move to shield oneself is just a nice card. I mean, especially at earlier levels. I think a lost card that stuns is probably better than a card in the discard. Yeah, you're right, because it is actually half since it's in the discard. Yeah, you're right. So it wasn't actually strictly a mistake. Well, does it really change anything, ECO? Is it actually better? So, because if we play a lost card, then we only have one card in our discard, and we couldn't have gained it back with this. So, would it actually change anything? I don't think so, right? I guess for surviving the following turn, but they can always survive the following turn. I mean, I guess theoretically it can, but I think it's very slim. I think this was still incorrect. Again, actually, in my mind, I just thought that there was an open space next to the well. I think I started at level 5, so never had need to have it, and just dealt with poor initiative. Fair enough. All right, so anyway, here we're going to activate... The fact that you can't short res. No, but because you were saying a lost card that stuns is probably better than a card in the discard, but that it actually makes it so you can't short rest if you do play a lost card. Huh, this is actually tough now. So I wanted to do all this stuff, but I need to set up captivating performance to get this kill. But I guess we have one more turn to get the kill. So yeah, although this kind of sucks with what I'm playing. Because I don't want to actually get rid of Disorienting Dirge now, because we actually have to. The Quartermaster kind of needs to survive. Maybe even one additional round. I mean, how much does the Spirits hit for? Yeah, they hit for a lot. I definitely want to have Disorienting Dirge up. So I guess we're just going to use the bottom of Captivating Performance as a default move 3. We're going to go 1, 2. What are they doing? Attacking nonsense like this? Okay. So, and you, yeah, not attacking. So I guess we can just go here. Maybe we get a coin or something. And then we're going to use the top of Singing Arrow simply to hit both of them and put 2 curses into the deck. Again, this is just to help the Quartermaster's survivability. And then we're going to use our Ring of Haste to play the bottom of Provoke Terror immediately. We'll make an attack 4, range 4, and we will target. So again, this one can actually be hit by both of his things. So we can actually target the one with 1 lower health, just because it slightly increases our chances. All it makes it harder to get the coin, but still more important to get the kill than the coin. So we'll target Vermling Scout number 9. So this is an attack 5 because of the poison. 6, 12. Didn't kill it. Oh my god. Man, the Soothsinger is so good at stealing these kills, right? Oh, ECO Power Pot. Ah, nice try. You're right, though. We probably should have used the Power Pot, but it is good that we didn't. That we're not actually paying attention to all our items, because that would actually have been lethal. Again, just to double check, 4 plus 1 from modifier plus 1 from poison is 6. Doubled is 12. So this scout is at 2. Should we have actually power potted? Let's assume we were expecting an average of +2 on the modifier, right? So at 14 life, +2 on the modifier on an attack 5 because it's 7, puts it down to 7. 2 attack on attack 4 and attack 3. Yeah, maybe we still should have. It was probably correct to do it, but I'm glad we didn't. Again, just kind of being forgetful more than anything. Okay, so next up is the Plague Herald. Could have used the 2 times. Oh, I could have used the 2 times before the rolling +1. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I always forget about that. And dealt 13 damage. Yep, so it would have been correct to use the power pot. But in the end, it works out just fine. Okay, so we're going to begin by using... I mean, I guess, again, we want to give curses to help the Quartermaster, so we'll use the bottom of Spread the Plague as an attack 3, range 3, targeting Vermling Scout number 9. Okay, so we kill him, so that first gives us a Vermling checkmark. Gotta go in 9 minutes. Let's gotta get through this pretty quickly. All right, and it gives us our battle goal. Because our battle goal was to kill an elite. Here it's that, and here we did open a room. All right, everyone got their battle goals. That's great. So we do need to win now. Coin goes there. And then we will use the top of Fetid Flurry to attack this one. Mostly just to give the curses, but why not? And I guess we'll use our power potion here. Okay, so 4 plus 1 from the poison is 5, plus 1 from the power potion is 6. Puts him down to 9. and Fetid Flurry gives 2 curses because of the enhancement. Alright, then the Scout goes, +1 move, -1 attack, goes to here, attacks the Soothsayer. Okay, so -1 attack is 3 damage to the Soothsayer. I remember to use our healing potion, we actually should have used it there. Stolen Golems go, they're just doing standard stuff. This one always goes to there. And what's faster here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, like that. And then the living spirits go. So we do still have dirge up, so that none of them will move away. So they'll all be making attack +1s. So it's going to be, and we are poisoned as well, right? Oh, we couldn't get rid of that. Ugh, we could not. All right. So the first is going to be an attack 7, followed by 2 attack 6s, all on the quartermaster, all with disadvantage. It's good that the elite misses. And then the other 2. Nice. Here we go. This is how you draw it up, right? And then the last one. All right. So 2 of them missed, and there was just an attack 6 which connected. Oh, I actually needed to move them a little bit. No, they were all range 3, so they were fine. Yeah. So there was just an attack 6 that connected, but it got a -1. So 5, -1 there, so 4 damage, down to 13. Okay, end of the round. So we refresh our boots, because why not? We short rest to make sure we have the jump, so we can do the things. Even though we have the compass, it's just safer, I think. Yeah, losing that is fine. Go with our earliest initiative, and I guess heal ourselves. Gives an experience anyway, and removes the poison. As for these fellas, what are we up to? Guess grabbing a coin is nice, which we can do by getting an experience as well. Can we get experience on top? Yeah, by flying, and we do want experience. Kills at this point don't matter to us so much, and we can just play our 2 cards here. I don't know what we'll do with them exactly, but it doesn't. I guess we would like to get a coin, which, oh no, but we won't be able to get a coin unless we kill this one, which doesn't seem very likely since he's going for experience, not coins. Should we maybe try to help get coins then instead? It's not very likely because we'd have to play an attack to kill this one. Yeah, we don't really have that going on here. No, this is fine. All right, let's go. Also just need to get through this quickly, like I said. So first things first is the Soothsayer. So we're just going to disarm you, and then we're going to use the bottom of Defensive Ditty. The next time an ally within range 2 suffers damage this round, they suffer no damage instead, just protecting the Plague Herald. I guess Plague Herald's going to get hit. Not going to get hit because it's going to move. Otherwise we move, but moving does nothing. Well, sure, all right, we'll just use this default move 3 just to make ourselves more safe, to guarantee that we cannot lose the scenario. So instead of doing the bottom of Defensive Ditty, we'll just do it as a default move 3. Okay, so disarmed, yeah. I guess it was better to disarm the imp. Not that it really matters much one way or the other. Okay, so then the Plague Herald goes. We're going to gain 1 experience there and 2 experience here, so we're going to gain 3 experience total. Going to hover our way over to this coin. And we are now flying. And this is also lost. Okay, here we go. We're going to heal ourselves, gaining 1 experience. Just removes the poison. What are the stone golems up to? -1 move? Sure. So, well, we can just use the compass, just for the rub-ins. So we'll use the compass to move him to there, and then we'll do our move jump going to here. Okay. So then, at this point, it is impossible for us to lose. I don't think I need to go through doing all the stuff. It doesn't affect our battle goals. The Soothsayer is back in this room, and at most, these 2 things can attack the Plague Herald. The Plague Herald has 2 cards to lose in his hand anyway. The Quartermaster gets attacked by 3 living spirits, although technically it doesn't even exhaust either because we have 2 cards in our discard. So worst case scenario, we could lose card, and lose 2 cards here. On top of that, we have 13 health. So again, we're not dying, and the scenario is successfully won because we made it next to the well with the doll. This gives us 15 gold each. Not bad. So let's just tally that. Let's add that 15 gold now, and I'll do the rest later because I do need to run. Again, I am very sorry for the short stream. I can't promise that this won't happen in the future, but I will do my best next week to not have, I mean, again, wait, yeah, that's correct. It's just because of some work-related things which came up, which were unexpected, but normally this shouldn't be the case. All right, so thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. Again, sorry that we were running a little bit shorter today, but we will be back So I will not be streaming this weekend. Well, it actually depends. We're gonna see if we can get. So I'm actually gonna be playing on Sunday with Random Actuary, who wants to play. Um, we've done one game so far in one of the community campaigns, so we're going to be doing step 2 of the community campaign. I'm not sure if that's something people would want to watch. I mean, obviously they won't get to see it from the beginning since we've already done one because he was having some mic issues, so it's just safer that way. So I don't know if I should really stream that or not. Input is welcome. I've never played the community campaign before, and we are playing partially with custom classes because it's sort of custom class testing, sort of playing community campaign together. So that's what I'll be doing on Sunday, which is the reason why I won't be streaming this weekend. I wouldn't mind. Okay. Um, may as well. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'll give it a try then. Themris, I'm not sure if you're able to play on Sunday, but if you are, you're welcome to come step in as well. What class are you using? We're using Brewmaster, Aeromancer, Cragheart, and I want to say Scoundrel. Actually, I can answer this right now. Hold on. Let me save. I know I'm supposed to be going, and yet we never do. Overwrite this. RA campaign. Let's load this up, and I can answer that question real quick. Probably not. All right, that's fine. I can just answer this though out of because I'm also curious now. So yeah, Cragheart, Aeromancer, Brewmaster, and Chronomancer. I'm actually playing 2 custom. Okay. Yeah. So sure. I can't guarantee. Got 3 minutes to grab the soul? Yes, I do have 3 minutes to grab the soul. I can grab that from you now. All right, hold on 1 second. Just finish this loading. But yeah, so yeah, it'll be Chronomancer, Brewmaster, Cragheart, and Aeromancer. I can't 100% promise that we will stream because, like I said last time, even though Random Actuary did get his mic mostly fixed, there were still some noise issues. So I'm not sure if it'd be super palatable for a stream. Therefore, it's kind of going to be. I mean, we'll see. I'm going to play with him no matter what on Sunday, and I will try to stream if it is viable. All right. Sure. Can you host the game, Themris, and just PM me the stuff on Steam real quick, and I will join. Or send me an invite on Steam, whichever. So I can grab Themris's solo scenario. Yes. Yeah, it will be at the usual time. Sorry. Yeah, I should say that, ECO. Thank you. It'll, yes, be at the usual time of 4 p.m. Central European Standard Time, GMT +1. And it'll probably just be for one scenario. That's all we did last time, which I think is reasonable, because, well, it takes a while. It's a bit slower pace. And I also apologize in advance. Obviously, when I play with other people, I don't get to analyze the decision-making process quite as much. So that's just something to be prepared for. Oh yeah, so sorry, I should just cut the recording here. I mean, we didn't spoil anything, so that's not a big deal. But to the recording people, take care, and see you again soon.